didn't keep trying to stand up in your chair and back up and stick the mic boom up your crack of your butt and fart into it.
Oh.
You look like one of them people trying to launch a Roman candle out your butt. She was all up in the chair, but she looks at me and she's like, can you play that song? Back that thing up. No, I'm not going to play that song as you try to put the microphone up your butt. What is wrong with you?
Whew.
Oh, no comment now.
No comment now.
Yeah, no comment now. But a few seconds ago, she was all about this. You got any Febreze? This microphone stinks. Well, it smells like you. I don't see what the problem is.
I used deodorant this morning.
This morning. Stephanie, the correct message would be, I use deodorant every morning. How dare you accuse me of smelling? No, you want to clarify, I used it this morning. Now, Monday through Wednesday is questionable, and we know Saturday and Sunday, no.
I used it last night.
I bet your underarms
shower.
look like the backside of my deck over there. There's dirt daubers up in that thing.
That's just my neck.
Ooh. Do I even want to know?
No, it's a joke. But
I'll tell you what the joke is. The dirt daubers in your crack. That's the joke.
So I sent you a video through Messenger.
And I did not look at it.
We keep talking about all these restaurants that,
and I'm going to 2 new ones today at noon.
Which 2?
It depends on what you're talking about. Because if you tell me something bad, I might be narrowing something down. But there's 2 new restaurants I gotta go check out.
Yeah. This has to do with the Crystals in Atlanta off of Moreland Avenue.
Oh, and, yeah, I'm not going there. Now, listen, that particular one, I used to have to do work at, doing electrical work. And that particular one is the reason that I quit eating Crystals for about 5 years. Because what you saw on the news was nothing. I saw stuff like that back in, 2000. Back in 2000 when I was there. I saw some stuff. I saw some cooks doing stuff. I saw how they didn't wash their hands, how they didn't this, how they didn't that. And I told people, I said, I'll never eat a Crystal burger again. Literally from 2000 until I moved to Conyers, I hadn't ate a Crystal burger. I only started eating Crystal burgers again. I think me and my wife went, either me and Tubby went the first time or me and my wife went the first time, but it was the first time I'd had Crystals since 2000 because I just refused to eat there after I saw everything. It's like watching a magic show. You don't want to know what goes on behind that counter.
Yeah, this video, it actually, a consumer
Ravens
took it.
Don't you guys start, because he says we're ruining every place he can go eat.
Well, this has little furry creatures.
He's yelling stop in capital letters. Listen, let me tell you something I saw on Moreland back then compared to the story Stephanie's fixing to tell you. When you take the top off your Crystal burger and you see a slice white thing, that's an onion. When you see the slice black thing, that's not pepper. Now, Stephanie, tell them what's on the news, because I died when I saw that last night on the news.
We gotta figure out a way to play that video too, though. There's actually a video.
There's the video. I'm gonna play that sucker right now.
Okay,
watch.
Well, as you're plugging it up, I'll. This was on Channel 2, and this is the Crystals on Moreland Avenue, which I'm pretty sure.
Don't tell what it is yet. Let's wait. Let's wait. I know I used to eat there when I was 17. I worked at the Atlanta Gaslight Company, which now is some big Kroger and shopping center and stuff. But I used to wash the cars and service some of the cars. Now watch. Here we go. Come on. And it pauses right when it gets started.
This year.
Okay, look, there's always always got to be their commercials first. But yeah, I used to eat there.
I'm pretty sure Travis and I did.
But hey, it is what it is. I mean,
just because this one is this way doesn't
mean all of them are.
All of them
but
are.
I would be willing to guess that it means most of them are. All right, here we go.
Into a rodent problem inside
one rodents. She said it.
A whistleblower gave us this video. The person says it shows at least one mouse right there crawling near the soda machine inside a local
where you get your liquids.
Channel 2's Amy Napier-Viteri is live in Southeast Atlanta tonight. And Amy, you talked to the person who recorded that video.
Well, Javita, someone reached out to us with that video, which shows mice inside this Crystal restaurant here on Moreland Avenue. And that person who's familiar with the problem asked us not to identify them on camera, but says the mice have been inside for weeks. And now, according to the Fulton County Health Department, they say it all could have started with damage and a hole in that building. This cell phone video shows a mouse on the floor of the Crystal restaurant on Moreland Avenue. In another video recorded in late May, you can see a mouse near the fountain drink machine.
They're extremely bold. About a week ago, they were all over the grills, all in the dining room, the tables.
A whistleblower told us about the problem and asked to be anonymous. They said exterminators have treated for mice, but on those occasions, the restaurant stays open.
Whenever the mice come out, we just close the dining room and we have to continue to run drive-through.
Ellis Jones is deputy director for Fulton County Environmental Health. He says his office got a complaint about the mice on May 27th. An inspector went out that same day and learned a previous car accident damaged the building, which may have led to mice getting inside. The department did a follow-up inspection on Friday.
They did find some evidence of rat feces, glue traps.
We contacted Crystal, who gave us a statement, which reads in part, after a recent sighting by the health department, our teams immediately took action along with professional pest control services to correct the issue.
They've been working with Orkin, and they had the documentations where Orkin has come out 6 times in the last 3 weeks.
Diners we spoke with were disturbed to hear of the problem.
I just think it's disgusting. Actually, it is disgusting.
Would you want to eat at a place that mice are running all over your food and the cheese and the ice?
And the statement from Crystal goes on to say, we are working diligently to prevent any similar incidents and ensure quality dining experiences for all of our guests. Now, health inspectors are due back out here at the restaurant within 10 days of Friday's inspection and say all of those problems need to be corrected or else they will be citing the restaurant. We're live in South.
Yep. So when we go to Crystal's, I'm gonna ask for extra black stuff to be put on top.
Are you gonna ask for the rodent special?
Chriswood Raven says, "Oh hell, I'm only eating at the social house." I'm just saying.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Oh, I
just answered that text because I couldn't.
But 6 times in 3 weeks to try to get the rats. That is ridiculous. They must have really been all over the place.
I know.
But you heard them say on there they were all over the tables, all over the grills.
But here's my problem. Everybody's gonna think this is me playing race wars. But here's my problem. Why is it that Moreland Avenue's Crystal is allowed to get nasty, and say the one in Kennesaw isn't allowed to be nasty? So people can blame it on, well, the one in Kennesaw and the one in Moreland, they're owned by the same franchise.
Yes.
They've got general managers that take care of certain areas. Like, you know, one district manager might have 7 or 8 stores, but that doesn't mean 7 or 8 stores are on Moreland. That means 7 or 8 stores, you know, like for instance, you know, there is a sectioned off area that's considered Kroger, you know, McDonough, you know, Conyers, Gwinnett. I'm just getting to the point of, if somebody wants to say, well, you know, the one on Moreland's in the hood, that doesn't matter. But why is it that one's allowed to be nasty and the one in, you know, Canton is not allowed to be nasty?
Yeah.
It's still a corporation, people.
Yeah, there's still somebody that
There's still somebody that has to answer to it.
Yeah, because I know when I worked at McDonald's, the Tomasi, he was the owner. He probably still is the owner, but anyways, he had the one that we worked at, a couple of them. I think he had maybe 5 total, and you know, we had to keep them clean.
I'm just saying, it blows my mind. Just for friggin' fun radio.
Gross you out in the morning radio.
Yeah, no doubt.
Gag you with a nasty, dirty spoon.
And watch out for that.
Go eat breakfast.
What did you say? You were going to go get something with extra black droppings put on it?
Yep,
Don't go
That's
to
not-
Crystal.
That's not lemon pepper, sir.
I got you. But I think
I mean, it might make your lips pucker like a lemon or a lime, but trust me, that's not good stuff.
Oh, it's like Stephanie
Is that a piece of bone?
kind of
That kind of does taste like chicken.
Stephanie kind of pointed out about the 6 times in the 3 weeks that Orkin have been out there, so it must have been pretty severe. But has the employees or the staff actually gone through and sterilized the kitchen?
Yeah,
and
that's
clean all that.
that's another thing that I was wondering.
I mean, yeah, okay, they get rid of the rats and the rodents and all that mess, but if they haven't gone through and re-sterilized the entire kitchen, it's kind of pointless.
Well, also the thing that I picked up on, it said that while the dining room was closed, while they were doing the exterminating,
The drive-through.
the drive-through was open. So they're there spraying poison, and people are still cooking food and serving it to people. You know, yeah.
That's insane. We used to, I worked for Norfolk Hilton, worked in the restaurant. My brother managed a bar, which was adjoining it. And I mean, the whole kitchen area, prepping area, almost said living room, dining area, the bar, everything was shut completely down when they did their bug out. They did it once a month. And you went through, you pulled everything out. Everything got re-sterilized afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, re-washed, re-ran through the washer. I mean, everything. They were very particular about it.
Yeah. The McDonald's that I worked at, actually, there was a drink machine that nobody used. It was, it was there. It was used at one point in time, but because it had not been used, it ended up getting a nest of roaches in it. And when we found it, we that evening they did a clean sweep or whatever you want to call it. They had an exterminator come in. Well, the next day they asked us to come in early so that we could clean up everything, so that there was no debris, from the poison or any of that. So, I'm like you though, Jeff. I'm wondering if the Crystals did that.
I'm probably not. I mean, that's insane. That's all on the news. I mean, it's kind of ironic with here lately, y'all talking about the salmonella poisoning and transferring it and all that. Saw an article about these 2 girls in Texas. One was 8, one was 7. They were trying to raise money. They needed $105 to be able to take their dad to some theme park for Father's Day. So they set up a lemonade and popcorn stand out in front of their house. Police came by and shut them down because they did not have a permit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they said it was based on the fact that bacteria could live in the lemonade. And they didn't have a permit. And they said, well, we'll bypass it. The police said this, but you need to go to the health department to get a permit to be able to serve the lemonade on the side of the road.
And that to me, sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that to me sounds absolutely ridiculous, because as a kid growing up, the street that my grandparents lived on, which that's where Travis works, that's where the business is now. Well, it was there then. And so we would always set up, me and my cousins, we would set up a little lemonade, Kool-Aid stand at the side of the road, getting the trucks as they were coming in and out, getting people coming off the road, because it was a cut-through road between 2 main roads. And, we never got in trouble. And that's how we got our summertime money.
Yeah, but that's also before Sue Happy moved into town and
yeah, because this was back in the 80s.
Stick It to the Man moved to town, and oh yeah, I want some hot coffee, but it better not be hot. I don't want to burn my mouth where I have to sue you. So yeah, that's before all that came to town.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, saw your post this morning. Wow, I saw it this morning. I'm not sure when you posted that.
Which one? I'm on a roll this morning, Pilgrim.
News, the Channel 5.
Yes.
They'll come out.
I don't want to say that I'm pissed, but I'm kind of pissed.
No, I agree.
She has done. She did great. My problem is they cut a bunch of stuff out.
Yeah.
And I understand on their time frame that they have to cut stuff out. But my problem, really and truthfully, is this: if nobody's went to see their numbers, they are saying the words, and this is from Rockdale. This is from the sheriff's office. This isn't from the news. They're telling me that the sign that they've put out. Now, I want everybody to hear these words. They put the sign out after everybody's driven to work, and they take it off my road before everybody comes home from work. Stop. Don't open your mouth. So they don't have the sign up in the morning rush hour, and they don't have the sign up in the evening rush hour. They're saying 6,042 vehicles traveled between the hours of 9 and 4:30 or 9 and 5.
That's a lot of vehicles during that time.
Which means everybody's at work, dum-dums. That's what pisses me off. And y'all come knock on my door now because I'm pissed. You put this thing out there when business hours are occurring, which means what? Everybody's at work. But you still show 6,042 vehicles come past my road. So they're trying to say, I will be blown away at what the numbers are. Okay, so let's talk about the numbers. Out of 6,042 vehicles, they're saying 59% of them is driving 35 miles an hour. They're saying 40% of them are above 35 miles an hour, and 1% is above 50. So let's just look at these numbers. You are putting the sign out after rush hour has people at work, and you're taking the sign up when people are just now starting to get off work, which means if you talk, I will zap you, which means you are not getting real numbers. You're lying and you're cheating to make the numbers look good, which is fraud. That's what that is. You are committing fraud. I said it. Lock me up because y'all are cheating and you're committing fraud. So let's look at these numbers. 2,417 people went over 35 miles an hour on my street. Only 1% did 50 on your fraudulent numbers, Rockdale. Fraudulent numbers. 1% of 6,042 vehicles is 604 running over 50 miles an hour. That means, are you ready for this? 604 friggin' chances to hit a kid with your fraudulent ass numbers. If you had real numbers of the real speeders, but the problem is they put a sign out there right where everybody can see it coming down the road, so you're not catching real numbers, and two of the days cops were sitting out there, so you're getting fraudulent friggin' numbers. They want an activist, that you friggin' got one now.
Can I ask my question
now? You speak.
Okay, I was going to ask you, did they even have it up on the weekends?
No. Monday through Friday, they set this thing out. The guy who comes from the coffee shop and drives up in the SUV works the same time schedule that other people go to work. So while the speeders are speeding through here on their way to work, this dude's on his way to work.
And then on the weekend.
Stop. When they get to work, it's about the same time he gets to work.
Mm-hmm.
When they're sitting down eating their whatever at their break time, he's putting that. He's already had his meetings about what his daily task is going to be. He hooks this thing up to his SUV and drives it out here, which means he probably gets it out here between 9:30 and 10. And then he comes and picks it up so that he can get it hooked to his truck and get back to the police station and take it off his trailer before he gets off work. Oh, that's right. Everybody else is getting off work at the same time that you're taking it off your vehicle. So you're not getting real numbers. Y'all want to be ace-holes to me? Well, you did. You did. Do I want to look like an ass now and I'm being crappy about it? Yes, I'm being crappy about it because these are fraudulent numbers. Fraud is a crime.
And I don't remember seeing it 4 days.
It wasn't 4 days. Not in that location.
And one thing to look at too, they said 59% did the speed limit. You have 41% that didn't. that were above 35 is how they put it.
Yes.
It doesn't specify. There's a 15-mile-an-hour difference there.
Yes.
So is it that 41% or that 40% that did
and look,
37? Did that 30 or that 40% do 37, or did they do 47 down the road?
yes, because all
There's
it
a
said
huge
was
difference there.
that's right. That's all it said is above 35. Why didn't they have one that said below 35, above 35, and above 45? Because 90% of the people are running over 45 on this road. Because why? Because the county has allowed these people to believe that you can run 10 over and you won't get a ticket.
Yep.
And now
That's what
now they're giving out some stupid statistics saying that they have to be at least within a 13-mile ratio before they can give a ticket. And one of my friends just typed, I was there the other day, and it was 90% speeding. Everybody staying in here knows it is. And if I piss some people off, great. I'm sorry, but I'm pissing some people off because 604 chances somebody could have been killed. What is a life valued at? What is a life valued at? Because I sent Fox and the sheriff's department video of dump trucks at 55, cars at 57. I've sent plenty of this information. I've already got all the cops around here pissed off because I posted the video of the female cop that came up in my yard and disrespected me. And let's just call it as it is. She lied to her supervisor. I have on video where I walk up to her car. Nobody touched her car. And I got a camera. And I said, could you get out of your car and talk to me? She cracks her window and starts yelling at me. She calls her supervisor. I need backup. 4 police cars are now sitting in a cul-de-sac because she had them under the understanding that I was out there banging on her window, screaming for her to get out of her car. This lady lied. She lied. She lied to her supervisor. Y'all wanted a hornet's nest? You friggin' got one now. She lied to her supervisor. Now, do you want a police officer like that? If she freaked out and cracked over her and Philip Snow having a debate over speed, and then she freaks out when I'm trying to be forceful to say, could you get out of your car and talk to me? Do your job. If she freaked out and cracked under that amount of pressure, imagine what would happen if she showed up to your house and there was a domestic violence happening and a gun was involved. Who would get killed? Who would get killed because this woman is not professional enough to hold a badge and tote a gun? Y'all wanted a hornet's nest? You got one.
From Little Richard, plus that doesn't include when school is in. School is out for the summer. What about when it's back and the school zone is 25?
That's right. I keep getting harassed by these cops that are now pissed at me. I'll be filing a lawsuit. And the thing is I video everything.
Yes, you do.
I video everything.
Yes,
you pull me over, I'm going to video you. Anybody with a just for fun sticker, if they start harassing you, video it. Lawsuit. I'm tired of this. Scott Freeman quit. Now I kind of see why.
Scott Freeman.
The chief of police quit. He's going to a different police station.
Oh.
Word on the street is they've had over 15 police officers quit over the last few months.
Yeah, I know it's up there, and they have a...
Maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's an internal reason that we're not aware of. Pirate Radio.
Hey, I need to get in here and get my breakfast
All right,
on.
have fun.
Hey,
enjoy your crystals.
Enjoy your crunchy,
definitely.
crunchy
That's my sauce. That's
sunrise
favorite
sausage.
fast food.
If it tastes like a
Hey,
Fresh
I mean,
Step, if it tastes like Fresh Step, please open the crystals up and make sure that was a blue flake of mint that you cracked your teeth into, and not the black crack of death.
So on a lighter note, this who's your soulmate thing that everybody's been doing.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah, guess who my sister-in-law may end up being?
Your
Who?
soulmate?
Yeah, Brad did it.
Well, at least Brad didn't end up your soulmate.
Oh.
No, he ended up with my ex-wife as his soulmate.
Hey,
Hey,
that'd be
that's a good one.
hellmate. That would not be. that'd be like being in prison, like a cellmate, but that'd be a hellmate.
Yeah.
Because you know how...
Then again, hell, sitting in the bar last night here at the hotel. I mean, it's been a long week, and so I just kind of sat down. I would say a few, but I think it was a little more than a few. And I saw this hot chick, and then I saw her identical, extremely hot chick sister. Then I realized I was drunk and seeing double.
Okay.
Have a great day, guys. I had to lighten it up a little. I know I got you a little bit of a rant.
No, I've been pissed all morning because like Mike and me were going back and forth, and he kept saying, go look at something he tagged or something he posted. I'm like, dude, my Facebook is lit the hell up. I can't see what you did. And I was asking him to type out these numbers, and he wasn't grabbing what I was typing or wanting him to type. So I wrote it down and I typed it out. But I mean, it's real simple. These are percentages based on non-busy traffic moments. These are fraudulent numbers, 6,042 vehicles, 59% below 35, 40 above 35, 1 above 50, 1% above 50. So let's just face it. That means there was 2,417 people speeding on my road above 35. 604 running 50 miles an hour. That's 604 chances to have killed one of us walking to our mailbox. 604 chances to kill one of these little kids across the street playing basketball. 604 chances to accidentally hit somebody pulling in my driveway like they've already done to my wife. And let's face it, 2 doors down at my neighbor's house, she was pregnant when she got T-boned, and that killed her baby. We've already had one death. 604 chances, you idiots.
Either way,
their numbers are lies.
Either way, if they look at it, and the percentage is almost half the people exceed the speed limit going down
yes,
the road.
And that's
either way you look at it,
and that's not even rush hour.
Exactly,
that's not even rush hour.
In the morning, everybody's late trying to get to work. They're in a hurry. That's when you're gonna get most of it. That's when all the kids are out heading to school.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know, none of this ever took place while school was still in. I was complaining, and they wait till summer to want to come out here and do anything because they know the numbers would look better. Because they don't. They even. Let's listen. I commend the sheriff for trying to do his job. The problem might not be the sheriff. Let's word it this way. The sheriff has to answer for it, but the problem is the people that work under the sheriff are not doing their job, and they're apparently not letting him know the truth of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Do a follow up when school starts.
Oh yeah, dude, this has been happening since 2011. It ain't going nowhere.
No, it's not going anywhere.
My ex Dina, she had worked for a daycare, and one of the teachers were verbally and physically abusive to the kids. And then my daughter came home with bruises on her from this teacher, on her arm from where she grabbed her and stuff. Dana complained to the director and then complained to the owner, and they wouldn't do anything because it was the director's best friend. And this kept on and on and on. So finally she came home one night and sat down, typed up this letter saying, hey, I'm going to go to DFACS if y'all don't do something about it because this is a serious issue. They ended up calling her into the office one day. She worked like the front desk assistant. She wasn't an assistant director, but she assisted at the front. And after she told them this about the letter and what she intended on doing if they didn't do something about it, she came in the next day. They said, well, we need you to move back into the infant room. Basically a slap in the face saying, okay, well, if you don't start this mess, we'll just put you in there changing diapers.
But
we got lucky. She was lucky that one of her former coworkers worked at another daycare in Lawrenceville, and Renee Starzik from the other channel, 46 or whatever, happened to be a parent there. So she mentioned to that reporter. So she came out and did a report on it. And of course, the teacher wasn't around. Neither was the director. And then when the assistant director wasn't around, the owner, when he talked to him, he had his back to the window, so when they were filming it, you had that glare coming off the window, so you really couldn't see him that well. And we've looked into it, and blah, blah, blah. These aren't actual correct accusations and all this mess. And then when they went back out, I think it was like about 3 or 4 days later to do a follow-up on it, the teacher was on leave getting counseling for anger management. Yet when they did the initial one, they were saying, no, these accusations aren't right. It was just a pissed off employee because she got fired. But when we went to the labor board, they said that she had quit, walked out on her job. So it was kind of ironic in the news report she got fired, but according to the labor board, according to them and the labor board, she had quit. But do a follow up.
Oh yeah.
When school starts, get back in touch with them and say, okay, when school started, you get a lot more traffic. Come out and do it then.
It's not typing.
Anyway, I'm gonna go in and eat my crunchy biscuit.
Okay, have fun.
Hey, y'all have a great day, man.
Bye, Jeff.
And girl, sorry.
Nah.
Well, you can say guys. Stephanie answered to it.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 So I got a guy, and
Yeah, he's wanting to debate your numbers.
well, I don't know. I'm telling him to call in
Oh.
because if you want to debate with me, we can debate. But I want to know what he thinks he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because but the way he typed it, he says, no, your numbers are off. Only state the facts. How many children have been killed or injured by the vehicles in Rockdale County? This number is very slow. Slow down on the roads is fine, but don't confuse issue with made up numbers. A chance is not a fact. So is he in support of what we're talking about, or is he wanting to complain about what we're talking about? So
Yeah,
I challenge him to call.
You those aren't numbers that you made up. Those are numbers.
That's the numbers they gave.
That's
I don't
the-
agree
yeah.
with them. I don't agree with them at all. I know that they're not real numbers.
Yeah. So that's crazy. But Tuesday, I know you were at the bag off, and Heath was here, and I talked about a incident that I had with Amazon where I had ordered something back in April and had not got it yet. Then I ordered something, I think last week maybe, and I received it Monday. Well, there was something else that I ordered for Travis for Father's Day, and they said that it was going to be on back order. Well, it came in the mail yesterday, and I still
And how long
haven't.
ago was it?
2 weeks ago, I ordered it, and it came yesterday. But the stuff I ordered on April 29th is I still haven't received it yet. So how crazy is
Just
that?
wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, he isn't willing to wait to see what it was. So I had to tell him what it was. Well, I didn't have to, but I did. But he's gonna like it. Any man that is excited about getting a cooler for Father's Day or Christmas or his birthday,
Right.
But it is a pretty nice cooler. You'll probably see it, and it was a good deal on it too.
And it's a cooler.
It's a cooler. It's a marine cooler, whatever that has. I don't know the difference between a regular cooler and a marine cooler.
And you paid how much?
$20.
Can you explain more, like what makes it so fancy?
Supposedly, it will hold ice for 4 days. It'll keep stuff cold for 4 days. Okay.
Hey, let's handle this. Let me wipe the snot off my nose as I laugh at you. Let's handle this for two different directions. Are you redneck?
Of course. How many coolers does this make that we have around our house?
Oh, no. But now that you brought that up, no, my question was going to be, I've never seen a six pack last y'all more than like 20 minutes. What in the F do you need something that's going to stay cold for 4 days? Because you're not going to leave it in there for 4 friggin' hours.
But then that'll make it help keep the beer colder.
There won't be any beer in it, Stephanie.
Well, it's in there. It'll help keep it colder.
It's not going to be in there long enough to get hot, Stephanie.
You have a point there.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, Stephanie.
This holds
How?
60 cans.
Okay, so 60 cans might last you 4 hours, which an igloo cooler can do that.
No, they'd get hot because it would.
Do you have a
melt.
picture of said cooler? How can it be this cool of a cooler if it's only $20?
Oh, it's a pretty good. It's a pretty neat.
Stephanie,
cooler,
you
'cause
get what you
it's-
pay for. How could it be that awesome if it's only $20?
Well, this is just the top of it because I would just.
So
I
you're
just
only
let it-
buying the top of it for $20? What is the
No.
rest of the cooler cost?
That's just. I just took a picture of the top where it's got the 4.
This is hilarious.
It's got 4.
I just love
cup
it. It'll
holders.
keep your stuff cold for 4 days.
It's
Where
all-
in the hell are you going for 4 days? Is this for when your electricity gets turned off?
Yeah. It's on wheels.
I mean,
It has wheels.
Oh, so you plan on having no electricity and traveling? Oh, it's so that she could take the cooler from the living room when they're watching TV to the bedroom when they go to sleep in case they need a beer in between piss breaks to go to the bathroom.
No, it's so we can strap it to the back of the four-wheeler and pull it down the road.
Jeez Louise.
You asked.
I would say, oh my God. I would say you lost your mind, but this is kind of standard for you.
Yeah, but this makes cooler number 8,
Yeah.
9.
Mhm.
But, and for the life of me, I do not understand why he keeps broken coolers. I don't understand
because
that.
what are you gonna do with a broken cooler?
But that is one thing that he said, well, now since that new cooler came, all those broken coolers, we can throw them away. Well,
But
it's
how many broken coolers do you already have?
3.
Okay, let me ask you this question. I'm taking a deep breath, y'all, because I'm already having one of them moments. Gotta exercise the demons. Okay, how long have you had 3 said coolers?
Well, now one of them.
Please get down to facts. Let's not take 20 minutes to answer this question, because there's another question behind it. Put your phone down.
Well, I was trying
Look
to
at
pull
me.
up a picture. Yes.
Put your phone down.
It's down.
Look at me.
Okay.
You keep putting the phone down, but you're not looking at me. How long have you had these 3 coolers?
Well, now the one just broke last weekend.
Okay, pause. What about the other 2, Stephanie?
I don't know.
More than a
it's-
year.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
yeah.
That's enough. So the first one breaks.
Yes.
How long does the first one break? Guessing fastly. Fastly meaning something you don't normally do.
We only had it like a month, and then I broke the lid
I don't
off
care
of it.
how long you had it. How long have you had it?
We've had it about 3 years. and
Okay,
I've-
pause.
Okay.
So you have one broke one 3 years ago.
Yes.
Then you get a second one.
Well, yes.
Yes. No. And so now you have a third one.
Yes, that I broke the lid off of too.
Thank you. Now you're getting a new one.
I'm not breaking the lid off of this one.
Stop. You're getting a new one.
Yes.
Okay, but now that you're getting a new one, your husband says, we can throw the other broke ones away.
Yes.
Okay. So when the first one broke and you bought a second one, why didn't you throw the first one away? Stop. When you got the third one, why didn't you throw the second one away? Now, why is the magic number 4? Why is it that you get a 4th cooler and you go, woohoo, we can get rid of the other 3? Because you got like 10, 15 dogs, 17 rats, 35 cats, a frog, 2
No, the frog died.
2 birds, a partridge in a pear tree, 3 mud grip tires, a Nova that don't run, 4 grills, 5
grills,
one that's built into the deck that holds the deck up, a dog house that's attached to the grill that holds the deck up.
That's carpeted.
But we got 4 coolers. We got to throw 3 of them away now.
No, we've actually got
the
5
hell?
coolers. We got 1 big cooler, and then we got the smaller cooler now. But the coolers that the lids broke off of,
I
that's
feel
all
like I just listened to Jeff Foxworthy Redneck Christmas. 5 mud grip tires, 3 carpeted grills, 3 dog houses, 4
carpeted dog house.
I don't care, Stephanie. It's too damn confusing.
No, even though the lids were
I've made
broke,
out with 2 cousins. I got 4
One.
dog houses, 17 critters in my house. I got 4 Dale Earnhardt plates, 1 Elvis, 17 John Waynes, 35 Confederate flags, but I'm not racist by any means. Oh my God, Stephanie. I got 2 black uncles, 1 that cut his penis off. I mean, and that's a true story. Don't get her started on that one.
Yeah, don't get me started on that one because that is a true story.
Just damn, Stephanie.
No,
Have you ever
coolers-
wondered what it would
Let
be
me-
like to have a normal life? Have you ever considered?
No.
Okay, alcoholics go, man, I got to do better, and they go to AA.
Jeff asked.
Have
"Does the
you ever
doghouse have
decided?
cable?"
Have you ever decided that enough's enough? I got to be normal.
I am normal.
compared to everybody in West Porterdale.
No, well, I guess.
Okay, what she's failing to say is only the outside is cracked. The inside still keeps beer cold.
See, that's what I was gonna say, and thank you, Travis, for defending me. If that's what you want to call it. But that's what I was gonna say. That just because the lid was broke, it still works. It still keeps stuff cold.
I don't even know what to say. Rich is like, sounds like 3 coolers could be flipped over and become a coffee table and 2 end tables. Yes.
Yeah.
And I am pretty sure that has happened. Steph.
No, but
Not yet. That's what she was fixing to say.
But
not yet.
This cooler can actually double as a seat.
Little Richard, my head is spinning. I can't wrap my head around the amount of crap she's got. Listen, when Sanford and Son looks at her house, yeah, Grady would walk up and see everything at their house and look at Red Fox and be like, "Good goo, what the hell is that?"
But see, because it says it right there, have a seat lid supports up to 250 pounds. So it's a cooler and a seat.
Yeah.
Hey, we can make it a racing cooler.
No, you jackass.
Why not?
Because now you're going to be like, if it breaks, we're going to keep it because you can still sit on it. That's just what you just said. See? And you know what's going to happen the whole time? Steph, get up. I got to get a beer. I just sat down. Steph, get up. I got to get another beer. I just sat. Steph, get up. I got to have a beer. I just sat. Steph, get up. Steph, just don't sit on it. Get you some duct tape. Get you some duct tape. Put some duct tape on it. And get you. I got to redneck this up. I need you to get some duct tape and put some duct tape on it and go get you a Sharpie. You know what? That's a magic marker, Stephanie. And I need you in your bestest redneck language, right on the cooler. Do not sat here.
Do not sat here?
Well, that's how y'all would spell it, I'm sure. No sitting here. Not sitting here because beer coming from here. Did you get that?
Well, that will be Travis's seat on the bus.
But Steph, no matter what Travis has an idea of doing, Stephanie always gets her hands on it and messes it up.
Yeah, I am the one that broke the lids off the other ones because I snatched them open. I couldn't help it.
You snatched what open?
The other coolers, and that's why they broke. But that's what the cooler looks like right there. See? That's it.
Yeah, that's just so amazing. It looks unlike any cooler I've ever seen before.
But it's an extreme. It's a Coleman.
Yeah, I know. And you can't get that at Walmart.
No, you can't.
Mm-mm.
Not for the price I got it.
Nope, can't find that at Walmart.
Yeah, because Walmart wants like $100 for it.
Oh, I know. Isn't that something? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
And it's on wheels, and it has a handle, you know.
Just makes me wonder.
Cool.
Just saying. Oh, lordy.
Jeff asked, does the doghouse have cable, and then you use the broke cooler for the empty cans from the good cooler? Hey, that's an idea.
Jeff Matthias, paging Jeff Matthias. Please do not help her in any way possible. That means don't show up to her house with a magic marker. That means don't show up with duct tape. That means just don't show up. Stay away. She can redneck it all by herself. The girl needs no help for rednecking.
Nope, not at all. And no, Rich, or I guess you are, Rich, the only one hearing banjo music.
Good God, I'm still shaking my head. I thought, never mind. That's what I get. That's what I get for thinking is the problem. So you're going to have 4 coolers.
No, we're throwing.
No.
Oh.
So you're going to have 4 coolers when that one gets delivered. Has it been delivered?
Yeah, it was delivered
Okay,
yesterday.
so you now have 4 coolers.
Yeah.
So you now can set the Nova up on blocks and take the wheels off.
The Nova's already on blocks with the wheels off.
Jesus Christ, I was joking. Is it really up
But
on
it's
blocks?
not. It's not blocks. It's what are those called? The stands.
Jack stands?
Jack stands.
But it's
yeah.
jacked up
Yep.
already.
The front end is, yes. And the front wheels are off.
How long has it been since that car's been on the street?
Oh Lord, it's been a while.
Just shoot me a number. Don't let the smoke blow out from under the headphones when your
The
brain's
wrong
trying to
people
think.
might hear.
Has it been sitting on stands longer than you've had those 4 coolers?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
And it has insurance on it.
Hey, you have to keep insurance and a tag on it. Good Lord. Oh my God.
Even though it's a race car, even though it's a recreational vehicle.
Yeah, it's a recreational vehicle. Good Lord. Just dang, man. Just dang.
Well, is it break time?
I
it
feel like
commercial
I'm
break?
about to break a stick over your head. That's what I feel like. Good God. And Lady O's in here is our intern, and she's taking notes. And I'm thinking, holy cow, what could you have written down? Okay, a stupid white girl has 4 coolers, 3 for 4 years, and none of them are any good.
Oh.
Why am I here?
And it's funny.
And then she goes and does her volunteer stuff at a church. That means she leaves here and she goes and prays for us.
Yes. Inez, I think I pronounced her
Who?
name right. She lives up the street. She was here.
Yes.
So I pronounced it right.
No, it's a niece, but go ahead.
Anise. Okay. She tagged me in a post yesterday, said that she got like city folk on some thing and I needed to help her to be a redneck.
Okay, so I got to bust it out because Anise does not hide her sexuality. But I'm going to tell you how stupid dumb redneck is over here.
I didn't say it loud.
So if you're on my back deck, there's a pond in the backyard, right? That the water on a nice, quiet, smooth day acts as a mirror. And you could like burp and hear it echo across the water, which means if you're standing on the side of my deck, it also bounces off the vinyl siding on the house next door. So if you're in the front getting out of a car, you could hear somebody fart on the back deck. So drunk Stephanie walks out.
I wasn't drunk.
How many drinks did you have?
That was my first beer.
That's not how you told the story last time.
But
So-
I did have,
well,
but I did have 3 shots of incinerator. A shot and a drink is different. A shot and a drink is different. No.
I want you to open your redneck ace brain up for a second. You had 3 shots.
3 shots, yes, which is
But when
different
I
than
call
a
you
drink.
drunk and you go, I only have 1 beer. You're an idiot, Stephanie. You had 3 shots. You're an idiot.
I wasn't drunk yet.
If you
I
had
was
3
feeling good.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Normal people's meter for drunk is probably like a 5 and wasted's 10. Your drunk meter's probably like 3 and wasted's like a 35.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. So anyways,
Anyway,
Stephanie's on the back porch and I mentioned that I thought that this young lady might be gay. And Stephanie comes out on the back porch and says, "Hey, is that gay lady here yet?" And I said, that's her in the front yard closing her car door. Dumb. I said, "Shut up." She goes, and she's yelling, "What? I didn't say it loud." I'm like, Stephanie, everybody on the deck turned and looked at her when she said, "Is that gay lady here yet?" And everybody's staring at her and she screams, "I didn't say it loud." And everybody in all these different conversations, there's like 10 people on the deck, they all stop and look at her and go, "Yeah, you did."
I didn't mean to. I didn't.
This
realize it
woman
was
is
that loud.
super great, cool person. And
She is.
and
She is
and
really
Stephanie just being drunk It's hilarious. But let me tell you something. Are you ready, Travis? I know you're listening. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
So she's sitting with us at the Art Council concert the other night.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at the sidekick and says, "So how long have you and Steph been married?" And she's sitting to my left behind the computer. He's in front of the computer on the other side of the table, and he just yells over the band. You hear, "Good God, what is wrong with you?"
Well, I know we're.
Give me some credit. I would never be married to her.
Oh, whatever.
So she goes, "Well, I'm sorry." She said, "I sat there the whole movie matching people up, and I just assumed you two were an item."
Well, I was gonna say I could see where she got that
Oh,
from.
my
'cause
God.
When she first got here, it was Sidekick and I took off running downstairs because we were gonna do a takeover. So we were kind of.
Nah, I'm just saying. I thought it was funny.
Oh, that is funny. That is pretty good.
That is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
And I just got Denise saying 1 beer from Beer Gravity. I'm just finding it funny. I only had 1 beer
Yeah,
and 3 shots.
That 1 beer is 32 ounces.
Jesus Christ, Stephanie.
No, not that night. I'm talking about
No,
from Gravity.
No,
Oh.
I'm still shaking my head on the. It was my first beer.
Well, it was.
I only had 3 shots of liquor.
No, actually, it was 2 shots of Incinerator, and then me and your wife did a shot of that mixed tail.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying because that really mattered, Stephanie. Thanks. Clarifying that made it so much better of a story. Thanks for clarifying it because I'm sure that changes the fact that you were drunk.
Well,
No, I wasn't. I was feeling good.
The Incinerator is like what, 91 proof? So yeah, I mean it but everybody liked it except for you didn't try it.
Squirrel, why does any of that matter to the point of the conversation? I'm going to a commercial. If you would like to watch video, you're going to see me zap her. Everybody, we'll be right back. What do you want to say? Any of the stuff I wanted to see on the big screen, like Selma, one of the guys that was in the movie, he's up for an Oscar. He actually came into the studio and he played the cop, the sheriff. Huh? Yeah, I got it. I downloaded it. But the thing is that this guy played the notorious sheriff who really did everything, who made it work. The guy he slapped over. He said, "Man, let me make it work." I just couldn't do it. Oh yeah. I mean, it's just crazy listening to some of the stories. Before the show's out. What's tomorrow?
Friday. None that I know.
No, I know
of.
what day it is, Steph.
But you asked what's tomorrow.
Jesus.
So, none that I know of tomorrow, but next Friday, there's gonna be a guy, his name is Justin Huff. He plays a lot of country songs, or he said he plays a lot of music in general, and he just spent a couple of days in Nashville trying to be on American Idol, and so he was going to talk about that. But he'll be in next Friday, and he'll be performing and talking about his American Idol experience. So that should be interesting. But yeah, as of right now, no, there's no guests. Now at 9 o'clock, we need to call Jamie.
I got to redo numbers because apparently Mike did the numbers wrong.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
All right, see you later.
Have fun at the movies.
Yeah, my Mike guy did the numbers, and apparently it's wrong. No. But Mike did the numbers, and all I did was run with them, and they're wrong. This Mike is being in a hurry. And then I ran with it, which means if he would have done what I asked, I wouldn't have ran with it and just put out all these wrong damn numbers. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yeah.
It was too busy in here for me. That's why I was like, could you do it? And
I got about the rapper Rick Ross. Did you hear about that on the news?
yeah.
Okay, so I got that pulled up if you want to talk about that. And then also this Frexting, if you wanted to get into a discussion about what Frexting is. Have you even heard of it?
Nope.
It's where friends send naughty pictures of themselves to each other. And then, like I said, calling Jamie at 9 to talk about his race at Sonoya. And honestly, I don't know that I know who Rick Ross is. Maybe you can fill me in on that.
All right, we're back. So look, we got this dude named David who's wanting to get all smart in these messages, but I've already said call me. And I just said, you must be a coward since you're not willing to call me. He wants to sit behind Facebook and keep talking stuff, but he don't want to call and talk about anything.
Just wow. So
I don't want to look like a dick. So I'm just going to be, I'm going to just say, just said, since you will not call me, David, I want you to explain more.
maybe this is it.
I don't want to look like a dum-dum. Hello.
Hey, it's Scotty DJ Spence.
Yes. Is this David?
This is David.
Cool. And I
Why
just
you call me a coward?
Hey, stop for just a second. And you want to hear what I just said before you dialed me up? Because before you get cocky, listen to what I just said. I just said, I'm going to rephrase that because I don't want to look like I'm being a dick to him because I don't know what exactly he means. So I just redid that because I didn't want to seem like a dick to you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Because I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know if you're trying to be an ass, if you're trying to defend the speeders or what. That's what I was just reading more. And I said, I don't want to look like a dick to this guy because I'm trying to do good for the community and I don't need anybody not wanting to do the same. And our problems too is these numbers are falsified numbers, by the way. And we already know they're falsified numbers. So that's what I wanted to know where you were getting your opinion from.
I'm getting my opinion from the fact that there are very few child deaths due to vehicles hitting them on the side of the road or walking out to the road. Okay? And if you're trying to get the speed laws reduced, I think that is the wrong way to go about it. Okay? There are accidents that happen, but just like Aubrey Gunderson, the accident was not due to speed. It was due to the fact that the car blocked the vision of the other car in the other lane on 138 coming down the road. The first car had stopped to let her run across the road as it was a cross-country team and blocked the vision of the second car, and it hit her and killed her. And it was a horrible accident. Okay? That was not due, it was not due to the speed of the second car. It was due to the fact that the view was blocked. She didn't have, the light was green, and she had no understanding as she came across that intersection that there was a child running across the road. Okay? So the speed law wouldn't have made any difference whatsoever.
In that particular case, before you try to argue something, how familiar are you with what's going on over here? Are you familiar with it, or are you just trying to jump on a bandwagon? Okay, so before you
asked them to share this.
Yes, but what I'm asking you is this. Listen, but if you're going to try to voice your opinion, don't you think you should know what you're talking about?
Okay, well, what are you talking about?
Okay, since you're not aware, man, you sure like to run that mouth over something you don't know about. You're not aware.
Enlighten me, son.
Son, I got your son swinging there, buddy. Let me tell you something.
Well, I'm trying to be nice to you,
I'm trying to be nice to you, but you don't want to shut up and listen. You're not aware of the situation over here. For the past 4
years, tell me.
If you would stop, for 4 years, I've been videoing school buses running 55 during a 25. I live between two schools. We've been videoing school buses with children, with kids walking down the sidewalk, running 55. We've already had one guy running 65, T-bone my wife pulling into the driveway. It threw her Toyota Celica 40 feet as it did a 360 in the air, and it landed in the bushes. It totaled my wife's car. It put my wife to the hospital. It put one of our friends that was in the car with her to the hospital. My neighbor 2 doors down got T-boned, and she lost her child. We've already got tons of video of the kids playing basketball, running out, trying to grab their basketball while people are speeding over 55 miles an hour. I have a radar gun that was sent to me from a mayor in another town where we've been running radar of dump trucks leaving the high school fully loaded with Georgia red clay, running 55 miles an hour, all on video. So before you think you're going to start raising hell with me, I really wish you would know more about what you're talking about. Because one death, listen, dude, one death's too much. So how dare you think you can tell me that no, these ain't facts. One death is too much. We've already seen one woman lose a baby.
You're equating the speed with a chance. There's always a chance. There's 6,042.
Hey, dude. Hey, let me ask you a real simple question. If you were drunk and driving, would your odds of being caught for drinking and driving increase? Or if you were sober and driving, would your odds of getting a DUI increase? Now, come on. If you're going to juggle chainsaws, you're going to take a chance of cutting off your hand. I mean, duh. If you're running 55 miles an hour in a dump truck that's completely loaded, if a kid ran out in the street, is the dump truck going to be able to stop? Or if the dump truck was running 35 and the kid ran out in the street, would he have enough time to probably stop? Now, I can't believe you're supposed to be somebody's grandfather and you're going to argue this over a kid's life. Are you that retarded?
Now, one thing, you've called me retarded. You've called you
Who cares what I've called you? You wanted to be a dick. You wanted to be a dick on my post, and you don't even understand what you're talking about.
To share your post, and I live in Rockdale County. I am an elected official in Rockdale County.
Great. So then why? Okay, what position do you have? What position do you have in Rockdale? What position do you have in Rockdale?
Listen to anything I'm saying.
How about since you're an elected official, dude, tell me what your position is.
What my position is?
Yeah.
That
who are you?
They ought to slow down. If the speed.
No. Who are you? Who are you in Rockdale County?
I'm on the Soil and Water Conservation.
Okay.
I am the vice chairman of the Rockdale Water Authority.
Okay, so wait. So do you want me to send you the video?
No,
do you want me to send a video of your water truck speeding? Do you want me to send you video of your water truck speeding? Because I've got video of your water trucks running over 50. Do you want those videos since you say you work in that department? Do you want the video of your water trucks? I can't believe you're going to defend people who could kill somebody.
You're not listening to me, Mr. Spence. Mr. Spence.
And remember, you're an elected official and you have to answer to somebody. You do remember that.
I do. Okay. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Okay. If they are breaking the law, we need to stop that. Okay.
And that goes for your water department too, correct? You're saying that?
That does go for the water department.
Okay.
If they're speeding in those trucks, they need to be cited and perhaps employment discipline. Okay. But unless I know who it is and which truck it is, we can't do that.
Okay.
Okay. And so we need to do that. Now, obviously, you've been in touch with the Rockdale County Sheriff Department.
Oh, yeah. Since 2011, this has been happening.
Is it that listen, you got to calm down just a little bit.
No, you're the one that wanted to be a dick on my page. You come at me. You come at me being that way, then this is what you're going to get. Now, if you would have come to me correctly and said, there's a problem, and I'm...
Listen, you son of a bitch. I can cuss and fuck you all I want.
Yes, and you know we're live on my radio show, and everybody's listening, right? You do realize we are live on the radio, and everybody's listening to you.
You're cussing at me and calling me a dick.
But guess what? I don't have to answer to you. I don't have to answer to you, and you work for the county, and you do have to answer for this.
No, you know what?
Go ahead. You work for the county, and you are misrepresenting my county, young man.
You are not stating statistics, Mr.
I'm going by the number that our sheriff's department gave us, which we all know is false.
Statistics. It's not statistics. You're saying a chance of killing somebody. Okay?
I hope everybody that's listening calls and complains about you.
You didn't do much math in school.
Actually, one of my people did the math, and all I did was share it because I have people that work for me, by the way.
Good. ask somebody that knows statistics to talk about.
They don't need to be statistics, sir. We know if this many people is traveling over 55 miles an hour, all it takes is one time. That's all it takes is one time. And apparently a child's life is not as valuable to you, and you don't need to be representing my county.
You ain't heard a thing I'm saying.
I don't have to listen to you. You came at me being a dick. You are an elected official, apparently. You work for this county, and your job might be on the line now.
I said your numbers are not statistics. They're not facts. Okay? To say that there's 104% chance of killing a child is not a fact. There's a 6,000.
Hey, what part of
killing a child when you go down the road?
What part of the county gave us this and said this is an average? And the county didn't have the sign out there during rush hour. So the percentages aren't even accurate to begin with.
Okay, and I'll agree with that.
Okay, then.
Now,
so why did you want to be a dick instead of just agreeing with the fact?
I'm saying the statistics. Okay?
What you said on Facebook,
Obviously,
you were running that mouth.
Obviously, you don't understand numbers, son.
Obviously, you don't
statistics
understand
work.
that you're an elected official and you're being a dumbass on a radio.
I understand that you're the one that's a dumbass because you don't know numbers.
I don't have to.
Statistically
I don't have
speaking,
to. Here's facts. Let's get
You
facts.
don't have to. If you're going to spout something,
Look, dum dum.
spout it
Here's the
on
facts.
radio.
It's a
You ought to
35
know
mile
what
an hour. It's a
statistics are.
35 mile an hour, and you're breaking the law. There's facts.
Okay, then the issue.
There's already been one death. It's a
the
fact.
trouble is, I know it. The trouble is.
I hope you
you're
love your
going
job.
about it the wrong way.
Yeah,
You
look,
need
what? Because you want to call me and be a dick instead of trying to be part of the resolution.
No,
you want to be part of the
You
problem.
called me a coward. You called me a dick. You
Hey,
called me
I
a
actually
retarded.
tried to apologize
And
for calling you a coward because I didn't know how to take you. But now, after talking to you, I would call you a coward because I know how to take you now. Because instead of being part of the resolution, you're part of the problem.
I would call you an absolute retard moron because you don't know statistics. You don't know numbers. And
I
you
don't
think
have
because
to.
you wanna talk
One
over somebody.
death has already occurred.
Not solve a problem when you're being an asshole.
You shouldn't have been a dick from the
problem
beginning.
is that people are speeding on this road, right? Is that the problem?
Yes, sir. And I think anybody that
Okay.
could watch the
How
news
do
could
you
see
go
that.
about changing that?
I've been attempting to call and complain since 2011. You want to come up with any
Okay,
better
now,
ideas?
which-
Please suggest
Which
some.
meetings have you gone to complain?
I've talked to the people in the sign area about could we get speed bumps in? That
You're
wouldn't
going
be
about
done.
it wrong.
No, listen, look,
You're not
dude,
letting him
did
finish.
you just ask me? Because I was telling you who I've contacted. You just asked that question. So
Yes.
I've contacted them. They said they won't put up any more signs. They said they can't put speed bumps in. I've reported it to the old sheriff. I reported it to all the old sheriff's traffic units. They supposedly were going to come out here and run radar. They came out on a Sunday, ran radar one time. Then that sheriff ends up losing office. Another sheriff comes in. All these people know about it. I've already been to the county commissioners board meeting. I've already begged them to do something because facts, no matter what you want to say statistics are, facts are. My wife's already been hit pulling in our driveway by a kid running over 65 miles an hour on the way to the high school. That's a fact. You can create your numbers as you want, but the fact is that's happened. My neighbor has been hit and had a loss of a child. Fact. So statistics mean shit. I'm telling you facts. These two have been hit. These two have happened. And I've been to the county commissioner's office. I've
And those
begged for help.
Those are horrible things to happen.
Yeah, but you
those are
act like
horrible
it's
things
not.
to
But you want to act like it doesn't mean anything.
How did I not act like it?
Disrespectful.
Every death is a
Disrespectful.
horrible death.
Because you
Okay.
try to justify why it happened instead of just facing the
No,
fact. If your
I
kid got
don't
hit
do
in your
that.
driveway, what would you do?
The fact is, when I said, what I say, slowing down on the roads is fine, but don't confuse the issues with made up numbers, a chance, not a fact. I'm just stating statistics, okay?
Why
Now,
are you arguing
you
something
said-
if you agree with it? If you agree with the problem, why are you arguing it?
I
Because you
said
got to
that
prove you're right?
No.
Then
No,
why are you arguing
I'm
something that
saying
you know is wrong?
What I'm saying is you're going about it in the wrong way.
Dude,
Okay,
I
number one,
tried
you said
4
about all-
years. 4 years I tried to do it the right way.
Okay.
Hey, 4 years we tried doing it the right way and it didn't work. So why not use the radio station? Why not use standing up for the people? Because we, the people, have a right. Why should our rights be violated? We have to stand up. So I take it upon myself to try to stop my road rage stuff happening on my road because all my neighbors are pissed. The guy at the sign thing, well, sir, you may have to get a petition started. We've already asked for help.
Yeah. Well, the sign people do nothing but what they're told to do.
Right, but then that means we have to go to the boss, right?
Which commissioners? Listen, the fact is you're not being a little rational here. It's just calm it down a little bit, okay?
That's so easy when you started out so wrong. Are we going to try to back up and fix this? Are we going to try to stop what we're doing and back up and be reasonable adults to each other? Because I'm willing to listen to you, but you started out wanting to raise hell with me on the phone as I was trying to apologize for something.
No,
so you and I started out on the wrong foot.
I did not. You called me everything in the book.
And I have the constitutional right for my freedom of speech. If you're going to be a dick to me on Facebook, are we going to continue going the same direction, or are we going to do what I just said and let's back up? You were being a dick to me on Facebook. I was being a dick to you on Facebook. Now, if we want to try to resolution and try to be nice to each other, we can. But that means both of us have to stop being an ass.
Okay, let's
so
do that.
Thank you.
All right.
That's all I wanted from the beginning.
Which of the current commissioners have you talked to personally?
I went to the Board of Commissions. If you watch the news report, Oz was standing in my yard. He knows everything that's going on here.
I have seen that.
Okay.
I have seen that.
The chairman, hang on one second. The chairman knows everything that's going on. All of them know. I went in there. It's on their video. It went across the Rockdale cable. I went in there and looked at the lawyer that sits up there with them, and I talked to everybody on that board, and I begged every one of them to help me before another life is lost. So this isn't new. This has been happening since 2011. I went in there in November, and it's on record. I looked at them and I told them, you know, because they only give you 3 minutes to talk or whatever they give you. And
that's the reason.
I pled my.
That's the reason why I say personally.
Yes, I pled my case, and I said, please help me before another life is lost. Now, Oz has been in my studio, but Oz has watched this. Oz has stood here in my driveway, watched the cops. The sheriff has stood in my driveway and watched this. The sheriff stood in my driveway and promised he was going to fix this. He saw the cops not being here, and he saw the speeders speeding. He promised me it was going to be fixed. Oz, everybody, dude, this ain't new. That's what I'm saying. Before you start fussing about statistics and trying to come at me, I wish you would have approached me differently and said, man, how long has this been happening? Because this is wrong. I apologize to you as a man for coming off wrong to you, but you approached me with this wrong. If you really wanted to help, why didn't you just say, hey, man, what can I do to help? What's going on here is not cool. 4 years, man.
I did not think that my original
everybody took it that way, man.
I'm rereading it right now.
Yeah, but everybody's already been private messaging me going, who is this David dude and why is he being an ass? Why is he arguing about this? Why? Even though you're not seeing it, doesn't mean it's not happening on Facebook. You don't really realize how Facebook works. If I'm open where everybody can see my post and you're open where everybody can see your post, but it doesn't mean that everybody else posting on my page has their page unlocked for you to see. So where you're posting your comments, there's other comments that you're not seeing.
Real quick.
That's fine. I don't care.
Apparently you don't care. I thought we were not going to go back to the arguing part.
Okay. You want to get people to quit speeding through your neighborhood, and that's a worthy goal. Okay, it has caused accidents and it has caused the life. Those are horrible things. Okay, you have gotten with Oz, and I've watched his report online. The channel, I saw that. Doreen Williams needs to be brought into the loop personally. Okay. you have to also understand the political aspects here, because Oz is going to be running for chairman next year, and so you have the political aspects between Chairman Odom and Oz, with essentially them not wanting to allow one to get above the other. Okay, but you can use that.
But
okay?
honestly, sir, with seeing Oz, he comes here to the studio every Tuesday morning. We have Town Topic Tuesday. He's seen firsthand what goes on this street.
Yeah,
this is not.
This ain't new.
This is not something that he's using for political gain. This is something that, because he's seen.
I understand that, and I have no doubt that Oz is sincere in his wanting to help. Okay, now, but the point is, Oz does not run the county.
Right.
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
Day-to-day operations, and so you have to have Chairman Odom get on board with this.
Right, which is why I went to it and said, as a citizen, I'm begging for y'all to help.
Mm-hmm.
Begging.
Well, right. And so with
But you know what Odom did? I don't mean to interrupt, but let me tell you what Odom did. At the end of this meeting, everybody walks, everybody leaves except for him. Camera turns off. We're standing at the door. There's me and about 5 people, one of them being a cop. And he says, Mr. Spence, could you come down here? And everybody laughs and says, ooh, you're getting called to the principal office, because it was kind of odd why he would call me down there. And he says, do you know that you just wasted your time? And I said, excuse me? He said, you just wasted your time. He says, I have no control over the sheriff. I have no control over the speeding. I have no control over the signs on your road. I said, what do you mean? Y'all are my commissioners. If I have a problem, I'm supposed to be able to come to you and I'm supposed to ask for help. I said, I've exhausted all my resources of calling people and begging for help. Y'all are my last people to beg. And he said, well, you wasted your time.
Your road is a county road, is it not?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a state highway of any type.
That's right. It's a county road, and I got a high school at one end. Yes, sir. That's exactly my point. Exactly my point. You are dead on it.
He doesn't control the sheriff's department other than their money, but he has great influence.
Exactly.
And I think Sheriff Levitt needs to continue to be pushed to run radar and give out speeding tickets in there. The other point that you made about the school buses speeding, that video and that needs to go to Rich Autry.
I've already sent phone calls to people that are in charge of all the buses, and I've sent video to them as well as Fox 5. I traveled behind a bus the other day. It was one of the long flat nose buses on Old Salem running 62 miles an hour, and it's all on video, and it's been sent to the guy that is in charge of all the buses, and he's not even returned a message to me about it. So I sent it to Fox 5 too.
Did you send it over to the Scoop or Rich Autry?
Next, I'm being told I need to go to see the superintendent. Actually, what I've been told is not to go see these people, but then some secret people involved are saying go to the principal and go show the principal from the high school and let them know this is leaving their parking lot. Then you need to go see the superintendent himself, not the person that runs the bus. Go straight to the superintendent with the video. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. I apologize for me and you. I wish you would have reached out to me and asked more of what was happening rather than assuming what was happening. Dude, this has been happening forever, and I can't get it to stop. And it won't stop until the people that are in charge look down and tell the people doing this to stop. They're not going to stop. How about this? 3 people that drive school buses on this road we were doing an event. I do this big event for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So I do this big event in Covington. We closed the square down. 3 people, while I'm on the microphone doing the giveaway stuff for the charity, 3 people walk up to the girl that works for me and pull her to the side to say, yeah, that's the guy that ratted us out for speeding on his road. So you had 3 bus drivers who went out of their way to walk up to us, to pull us away from what we're doing at a charity, to try to incite an argument. Why would you come up to us at a charity event? Why would you walk out of your way to just try to make sure you got your voice out there and screaming, I can't believe he ratted me out for speeding? Well, you know what? You shouldn't have been speeding. You're traveling with people's kids on the bus. This is the mentality I'm dealing with. That's why when you came at me, I just assumed you were just the same, because this is what I've been dealing with for 4 years. I've been dealing with this mentality, and it's got to change. It's got to change. Our elected officials have to answer for these things. We, the people, have a right for all of this. If you wouldn't have met me the way that you just did, you would probably actually believe I'm standing up for a good cause. But you just took what I was doing wrong. But it's because you don't know I've already tried to go the right way. And you know what? It's not working. But because I don't have to file paperwork, because I don't have to answer to these people, y'all have businesses, y'all have to answer to these people. I don't. I've got the power of the press and the power of the media. I've got my influence of everything I do in the community. I can do what I want. I don't have to answer to these people, but they do have to answer to us. We're the citizens. And I'm sorry if you took anything I said wrong. I took exactly what you said wrong, and so did everybody reading it. There are so many messages from people asking why you were doing what you were doing, because even though you think you're just saying the statistics are wrong, it actually looked like you were arguing with us about what was happening. And that's how people took it.
I was not, and I apologize. It was taken that way.
Yes, and please forgive me.
I was merely stating some statistical stuff because, and quite frankly, it has nothing to do with this. It has to do with the fact that a lot of people use statistics and use numbers incorrectly, and that was just my point.
And with me this morning,
and as I said, you know, my children were in the cross country team that Aubrey Gunderson was killed, and they just happened to not be at that practice that night. But both my daughter and son could have easily been killed just as well as Aubrey was.
And look, just because on that point, I want to say this before we get off that point. So when my cross country kids right here at my high school have to run down my sidewalk that's right across the street from my house, and I have to watch them run down the, and you got to figure there's 20 of them running, and they're not all running together. Right. They're spaced out. What's going to happen? What's going to happen when one day one hits the rock the wrong way, twists his ankle, and falls towards the street, and one of these buses or dump trucks that are running 55, what if one of them get hit? And it all goes back to the fact of if they had the speed and control. Dude, I've got video of Gwinnett County cops running through here fast. I've got DeKalb County cops running through here fast. I've got Aaron Reynolds running through here. I've got multiple Pizza Huts and delivery. I've got landscape trucks running through here. I just took a picture the other day of a wrecker, a recovery repo type wrecker running well in the 70s through here. I've got video of a tree truck the other day that was loaded with all the mulch in the back. It was a 20-foot truck hauling a 20-foot trailer running well over 50. If any kid was to accidentally hit that curb, all it would take is one of them to be too close to the curb and their mirror take a kid out. And again, if they were running 35, the odds would be lower.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's my whole intention here. If my wife hadn't have been hit, if the lady next door wouldn't have lost her child, I wouldn't be able to say, we know for a fact this has happened.
Sure. And like I say, don't get me wrong here. You know, any accident, any death is horrible. Okay. My point was just that there are a lot of other factors sometimes that come into play. Now, in your particular case with this road, obviously definitely need to have some mechanism to slow people down.
Yeah.
And perhaps, we need to continue to stay on the sheriff to run radar on that road. And we need to also look at some other mechanism. There's a couple of other traffic maneuvers other than speed bump that can help slow people down.
Yeah, because look,
and
when you turn on my road, when you turn from Old Salem onto my road,
right,
there is no speed limit sign until you drive a mile down the road and you pass the high school. And when you pass the high school going down a hill in a curve area, there's a speed limit sign. So when people turn on my street, there's no speed limit sign. And when they come around the middle school, the road straightens out and it's an 1/8 mile straightaway. And we can sit on the front porch every night and just hear the gas get floored while people shoot through here. We saw on video a dump truck who was running over the speed limit, and we watched a car pass the dump truck in a curve. The dump truck was already speeding, and the car went around the dump truck in the curve. And it's all on video.
My husband and I witnessed a taxi pass another car because the car was going too slow and the taxi, wanted to speed up.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens every day. It's all on video. That's what I said. This isn't new. This has been happening. Everything, and God, please forgive me for arguing with you. That's why I wish you would have came at this differently. Reach out to me differently or something. This didn't just happen. I mean, before Levitt was in office, there was a different sheriff, and that sheriff had to listen to me go, why ain't this getting fixed? Why ain't this getting fixed? And, for instance, there was another wreck right after my wife where early in the morning, a girl comes speeding down the road. Traffic had to stop to turn into the high school. The girl rear ends somebody right in front of my house. I'm standing out there trying to, help direct traffic for a second and make sure she's okay. A cop comes spinning up, starts to get out of her car. At that exact moment, she flips her lights back on, smokes the tires in reverse, and says, I got to go. There's an emergency at the high school. And she disappears back to the high school. And then these two cars just drive off. There's no report of it. There's no nothing.
Wow.
And I stood there and watched it. I just happened to be outside when it happened. And that's what happens. We have to go out there when my landscaper tries to back out of my driveway. I have to go out there and stand in the street to block traffic so he can back out. I have a 26-foot bus. We have to stand in the street to back my bus out because if we start to back out, this is what's crazy. If we try to back out with a 26-foot bus, these people act like they want to hit the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, if you go stand out there as a person, they stop. Now, how does that make sense? That's kind of backwards. But we're putting our lives on the line just to try to get out of our driveway.
Yeah. And, I would like to see something happen in the road before, it's coming up on 2 years that my cousin was hit in a school zone and killed he was hit by 3 different cars. And I don't want to see anything like that happen here. And it was not due to speed. And, just like, I'm not going to try to argue with you on this, but, you had made mention that the death that was due to blocked vision instead of speed. But had that car not been going the speed that it was going and going slower, there's a possibility that the child wouldn't have been hit, correct?
Yep.
And that's our argument. That's our argument. If you're traveling 35 to 40 in a 35 and you have to slam on your brakes, your stopping distance will be a whole lot shorter than if you're running 55 and you have to slam on the brakes. I've got a video of a Mercedes over 60. I got a video of another Mercedes at 57. I got a video of a dump truck. And you working with the water department, you have to have an idea of weight. Think of a dump truck and then picture the fact that the high school is putting AstroTurf in and they're pulling all this dirt out. So they've got Georgia red clay in the back of a dump truck. The tarp is pulled over the top of it where it's sticking 2 feet out above the dump truck, and he's running 55. Now, my kids that live across the street play basketball. I've got video of them on an afternoon, and the ball runs out in the street. They run out in the street, and all you see is cars coming by. Now, you tell me a dump truck running 55 would be able to stop and not kill that kid, because that's not possible.
Yeah. Well, the thing
I know we just
is,
all got on the wrong foot here, by the way. I do want to apologize.
We
for that.
did. I mean, I agree with everything you said. My point was just something else.
Well, here's the other part about numbers. Let's look at this, because you're and I don't take what I'm saying wrong. You're smart enough to know the statistics, so then you'll get what I'm fixing to say here. So the sign that they come put up that shows how fast you're going, they're putting it up at 9 o'clock after rush hour's already gone by. Then they come get it between 4:30 and 5, which is before my rush hour people come through again. So these numbers that they gave us, they gave these numbers to Fox 5. This means the police department gave these numbers to Fox 5. So them saying that 6,042 cars came by that sign, but that came through during work hours, which the traffic's not going to be that busy. And they have it where everybody can see it, which means people are going to slow down when they see the sign. So for you to say, not you personally, but you meaning the county, so for you to say that 59% of the people were below 35, that's because they're staring at the sign that's flashing how fast they're going. Now they're saying that 40% of the people were above 35. Well, that could be 36, but that also, they should have done another percentage of above 45 or above 40 to give more of an indication, because what we're having is everybody speeding. So for them to say 1% was above 50, well, that's still during non-rush hour times. And when it's rush hour, that's when it's crazy.
Oh yeah, this morning there was 2 that I witnessed that I swear they were doing every bit of 60. I mean, they just flew by when I was getting my daughter who was in a wheelchair out of my van. And they flew by.
I will be more than happy to say this, because I would love to shake your hand and make sure that we both apologize, because we both were. And I mean, I admit I was in the wrong by posting that, and that's why I was rephrasing it. But you called as quick as I was fixing it, and but I would love to tell you, just like Oz and just like the sheriff, you come sit here, I'll pull out a chair and just let you sit here during a rush hour, and you'll be going, oh my God. Because what's happening is this. Everybody's coming down everybody's coming down Salem. They're getting congested. They don't want to have to sit in front of the Kroger or in front of Salem Campground. So what they're doing is they're taking a right on Old Salem, they're coming to Underwood, they're taking a left, and as soon as they take a left, they punch it. And I live in the straightaway. One of my neighbors who, here's another situation. One of my neighbors who has an artificial leg, he's raising his son. So he takes his son and puts him in a wagon. He tries to walk across the street to the sidewalk. He lives in that curve where people are running off the curve and running up into the trees when they're wrecking. He can't even safely walk across the street with him and his kid, because he's in fear of his life. He's in fear of his kid's life. But when they come around his curve, they punch it, because right after his curve is my straightaway. And when they hit that straightaway, it's a raceway. It is a 1/8 mile straightaway, and people just race through here. This is just known for that road.
Yep.
Well, I come down that way all the time. I can tell you, I don't speed.
Oh, well, I'm sure you sound like you got sense. I mean, it's the other people that
I don't speed, but I mean, obviously, you got a horrible problem, and if you will share the video with Dwight Wicks on any water truck speeders.
Okay.
Certainly want to make sure that we take care of that. And I'm all, Sheriff Levitt needs to have the police there, the sheriff's department there, the deputies on a regular basis to slow it down. I'm trying to think, the other mitigating things that people that they do, and a lot of times now with new subdivisions, they're required to put in roundabouts that are there for no other reason than to slow people down.
Yep.
I'm in thinking about that road. I don't know how one could fit in there because, as I remember, both sides of the road, houses are fairly close, with the lakes behind you.
Yeah.
On the left.
And see, that's what I live out. I live on the lake, and on my side, there's no sidewalk, but on the opposite side is the sidewalk.
Right.
And I mean,
so
I've got
people
all these
cross the road,
parents.
get on the sidewalk.
Yeah, and see, I've got all these parents that are, they used to walk their kids. Well, they don't anymore. And a couple of weeks ago, I walked out and said hey to one of them. I said, listen, I know this is going to sound crazy. I said, I'm the DJ that lives here with the radio station. My question is this. Are you worried about walking on this sidewalk with your child? Because they're telling me I got to get a petition. And she said, yes, we don't walk on the sidewalk anymore because I'm scared that if my kid who's holding my hand swings too close to that curb, they're dead. She said the only reason we're walking on the sidewalk now is because we're going to that house. So she was like 5 or 6 houses away from the house she was going to. But because there's a road off of my road and it kind of U's. So if you come in from the high school, you can take a left and then go back roads down 1/8 of a mile and come back out at the next stop sign. Well, the house they wanted to go to was in the center of the U. So she had no options but to walk up to the stop sign and come down the sidewalk. Like, we don't walk our dogs anymore because God knows if my dog gets too close to the curb, that's all it takes. We've already had somebody take we've had people hit my trash can where they've gone up on the curb. We had a boy one night at 11:30 at night. We heard boom, and my wife had just bought her car. This kid went up on the curb, playing on his phone. He goes up on the curb, takes out the mailbox. The mailbox shoots across the driveway and nails the rear end of my wife's brand new car. He's gone. I go outside. I'm standing there. A few seconds later, he pulls up and he's like, man, I'm sorry. And he had to call his parents. What had happened was he was playing with his phone and he actually said, I fell asleep. He said, I just nodded off for a second and I don't know what I was thinking. But that's what happens on our road all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one. I just happen to be the guy with the big mouth that's willing to stand up for myself. All my neighbors are applauding me for doing this because they said, you know what? We didn't know who to call. We didn't know what to do. And every time we have made phone calls, we get the runaround. Like the sign company transferred me down from the boss, or, that probably wasn't the real boss, but whoever claimed to be the boss, they transferred me down all the way to the low guy on the totem pole who said, yeah, we can't put speed bumps in on that road. That's a main road. I said, no, it's not a main road. Y'all created it to be a bigger road when you put a high school on it, but that's more of a reason you should be stopping the traffic and slowing the traffic down. He said, well, we can't do that. He said, well, I can send you the paperwork or you can come up here and get it for a petition. I don't know what good it will be, but you can get a petition. I said, sir, let me ask you a question. What's going to happen the next time somebody tries to back out of my driveway? A speeding car has to swerve or slam on the brakes to keep from hitting the car pulling out of my driveway. They go up on a curb and hit a kid. What's going to happen? He said, Mr. Spence, that is such a horrible image you're painting. You shouldn't do that. I said, that's reality, sir. That's reality.
Well, we got to stay on the sheriff. And when I see him, I will bring this up as well. And we got to stay on the Chairman Oden. He can put up new signs at the beginning of the road so that everybody sees what the speed limit is. And then we run, have the sheriff's department run radar. And that's, we got to push that. And
that's what I've been doing. Exactly what you just said is everything I've attempted to do.
Right.
Before I had to go to this level of starting to post videos because there's about 15,000 people that can see the videos every time I share them. Between me and me being who I am as the DJ and me having the radio station, 15,000 people, we just start pumping it and pumping it and pumping it. And this is how we have to create change because in the world we live in today, if our voices aren't being heard, what do we do? And this is our last option to try to protect ourselves at this point.
Yeah. Well, I will do all I can to push this myself. You know, and I agree with you. It's obviously a bad situation with that road, and people need to slow down.
Yes, sir.
And you know, sometimes it takes a little bit of extreme to get them to do that.
Yeah, and that's
sorry
where we're at.
I got to go, but I'm sorry we got on the wrong foot.
Me too, sir. I
agree.
sincerely apologize to you.
And I apologize to you. You know, I agree with you. I guess because you've had these other people that have gotten mad because they were caught speeding, you thought I was part of that crowd.
Well, we didn't know. I mean, and like I said, it wasn't just me. Everybody was reading it going, why is this dude coming on this page, you know, saying these things? And even one of my co-hosts, Mike, is like, dude, why are you doing this? Because that's what we couldn't understand. It's like, if I mean, we're only trying to do good with our neighborhood, and we couldn't figure out why you're over here saying all this stuff that's kind of anti the direction we were going. And we're like, this doesn't make sense. Like, who could be against this? You know, I mean, why would anybody be against it?
Well, I'm not against it.
Right.
I'm sorry it came across that way.
Yes, sir. And I apologize again.
And like I say, I do go down that road a lot. And I can tell you that I don't speed. Number one, it's a lot of times, you know, the blinking lights for the two schools are on. And, you know, I don't understand, and I certainly don't understand the school bus.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you, that is insane. They're traveling with our kids.
Yeah. And that needs to be taken care of. And when I see Wells Barksdale, who's the head of the school board, I will mention that to him, as well as Rich Autry, and need to get those videos to Rich Autry. That's humane.
Okay.
He's the superintendent, and what he says goes.
Cool. And that's who I need. And that's who I've been saying, Oz, who's the person I need to go to? And excuse me, I was just taking a sip and I burped, and I don't want to sound rude to you. I tried to explain the other day when I was told, well, if you want to do this, you need to go file this paperwork. If you want to do this, you need to go. And I said, you know what? You guys have to do it that way. I don't have to play by your rules. You guys have to do all these internal things. I make a phone call and I come try to see a person. Well, let's resolve it. I don't need to file some paperwork with your secretary and wait for you to maybe respond. I have a radio station. I have thousands. I'll just go do what I do. I have my constitutional right for my freedom of speech. And that outweighs any document that you think I need to go file. Not you per se. I'm using that in reference.
Right.
You know, because they're saying, well, if you really want to do it right, you need to go file. No. Why? I've already got pushed aside so long that if I go file it, what do you think it's going to make a difference? I mean, when the sheriff shakes my hand and says, I promise I'm going to fix this, that's what I expect. Not go file something with a secretary somewhere.
Right.
And then being told I wasted my time going to the Board of Commissions by the chairperson for you to tell me I wasted my time. And I pointed over his shoulder and I said, no, I didn't. And he looks over his shoulder and goes, what? And I pointed again. He goes, what? And I said, you see that camera right there? I said, it's now on public record that I begged each and every one of you sitting on this chair. I begged you to help me. So now anything else that happens, it's on you.
Yeah.
So it's on record. I begged them for their help. If one life gets lost after that beg in October, and I still ain't done, I'll still go back and beg again. But come on, who's responsible? And I just want people to be held accountable for their position. If they have a job to do, I expect them to do it. If I had their job, somebody would expect me to do it. If I was a janitor, somebody would expect me to clean the toilet. If I was a cop, somebody would expect me to give a ticket. I mean, you know, I'm from a world of construction. I know good and well. I was an electrician, still electrician, 20 years doing commercial electrical. Let me tell you something. If somebody at a building walked up to me and said, do something, you do it because that's your job.
Right. Well, it's been a pleasure to talk
Yes,
to
sir.
you.
And I apologize. Please forgive me.
Resolution
yes,
here.
sir.
But I am all in favor of the actions that you talked about we need to do, and we need to do them.
Yes, sir.
And I will do all I can to push that forward with the people that I know.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully it can get resolved.
Yes, sir. And I owe you a hug and a handshake because I really do sincerely apologize. We started out wrong, and this is proof that if something starts out wrong, it takes a few minutes to work itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, have a great day, and thanks
you.
for your input. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. That was heated.
Yes, it was.
That was heated.
Yes, it was.
So, whew, I need to go get me a little drink. Steph, what do you recommend? Good Lord. We're going to a commercial. The fact of the matter is, it is what it is. Unfortunately, just as I told him, everybody took what he said wrong, and it did start us out completely wrong. Yes, I was passionate and pissed off, and I will apologize to everybody for y'all seeing that side of me. But look, here's what I tell people. Everybody's so used to seeing happy DJ Scotty and the fun stuff I do. No matter what, y'all always need to remember, I'm still a biker and I'm still a construction worker. And no matter how much I try not to sneak out and play, Muhammad Ali is going to come out sometimes. Mike Tyson is going to come out sometimes. I ain't going to be nibbling on your ear, though. You leave that to them rats down there at the Crystal on Moreland Avenue. All right, everybody, we'll be right back. It's just for fun in the morning. Now, I do apologize for everybody having to listen to this.
Yeah, I was getting text messages. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't cuss. I could say dick, but I couldn't cuss. And that was my point. You know, that's what we need to know. And you know, the other part too is this is averages. This means rounded out numbers. So that means they're not even giving real. Go ahead.
Denise, she said that she sent you something too, and she said something about, well, maybe I'll use them when I need to. LOL. And I said, LOL. Yeah, he changed his tune. And she said, definitely, that was getting intense. I heard you in the background going, Scotty.
That man's gonna go cut off your water. I doubt it. That's what Travis just said.
I got how much time we got? I gotta pee.
Go pee. Hey, I get it.
Well, Jamie's waiting on us
Too
to
many
call.
people are nervous.
Yeah, Jamie's waiting on us to call and watch it. Tell Howard Stern to hurry up. You know, on your side.
Oh God. And saying 60 chances. Yes. 60 chances. That's, I don't care if you want to call that a statistic. God, that got heated.
Yes, it did. That's why I was trying to say, calm down, because I saw your face turning red. I was like, calm down, calm down.
That
Hell, your cheeks are still red.
That would have been a throat punch.
Yeah, your cheeks are still red.
Little Richard, my blood pressure was up at the beginning of all that. I'm glad it ended on a good note.
I know you've got his number, but I just figured instead of you having
Yeah,
to.
glad you did. Oh no, I'm talking about. I want the other guys.
Oh. Now, do remember there was a call that came in.
Yeah.
Good thing you didn't type him in. Oh Lord, the F bombs would have been flying. You know.
I snapped. I snapped.
Well, you know, you weren't the only one that how it came across. That thought of how it came across. There was other,
That was
like
other
you
people
said,
chiming in.
because I've got the text messages to prove it. That they, wow. Let me send him a message real quick. Tell him I'm fixing to call him.
Read that one that Mike wrote. Read this one. See that one? Read that one and then read what Mike wrote. That's why I said I'm not the only one who took it wrong. Man, you know that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. And he's elected.
Yeah, because if I can hear you, that means they can hear you. That means shut up, Stephanie.
No, we're fixing to go redneck in here.
Jesus Christ, we were redneck with your 4 coolers ago.
And we're fixing to go real rednecking.
Hey, And we're back. Stephanie's like, we fixed to go redneck in here. I'm like, chick, we were redneck 4 coolers ago.
We fixing to go real rednecking.
Good Lord. Look, I apologize. I want everybody to know that I snapped. But that happens.
Yeah, if y'all didn't see the video, you should have seen the video. His face was as red as the 4 on his shirt.
And I was trying my
calm down,
best not to
calm down.
cuss. I swear to God, y'all, the D word was substituting other words.
Yes, it was.
I had to try to control myself. I was, yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody just thinks, oh, he's so fun. He's so awesome. Yes. When I'm in my good place, I am. But then sometimes I go to that bad place. Good Lord. So hopefully I don't lose any sponsors.
Yeah, but we got a phone
But my
call.
sponsors understand what the argument is. And now this
Yeah.
guy does. Again,
Yes.
he jumped in on something that he didn't know about is the problem.
Right.
Hello.
What are you doing, crackhead?
Just working.
Speaking of speeders,
Yes.
we got Speedy Gonzalez himself on the phone. J-Mo. Hey, do we call you J-Mo anymore? Because you're not racing just mowers.
No, I switched over to dirt cars, man.
So are you not racing mowers at all? Or, I mean, professionally wise, you're not, right?
No, but I kept one. I sold everything else.
Okay.
But, I'm still doing it.
So what the hell do I call you? J Car?
J Vroom.
J Voom?
J Vroom.
J Room.
J Vroom. Vroom vroom.
Oh my God.
You guys can call me whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I'm still just James.
I
So
know, I
I can
know.
call you maybe
I ain't gonna call you hottie like the girls do, because that's just wrong.
or Smiley.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, I'm not helping you with that ego problem you already have.
I guess.
All them girls think
But,
he's the hottest thing next to sliced bread. Look, now he's gonna be trying to get out of that car like Tom Cruise on that movie.
Oh, like Days of Thunder.
Mhm.
So when you get out and you take
His would
your,
be Dirt of Thunder.
so when you get out and you take your helmet off, do you sling your hair back? Oh, that's
hair,
right.
I'm losing my hair. Every time
I wasn't gonna go there,
more
Steph.
hair fall out.
Appreciate that.
We'll get you a Joe Dirt wig. How about that?
That'll
that
work.
would
Or
be
you guys can
funny
Call
one.
me Maverick.
Yeah,
Call me Maverick from Top Gun.
that'd be funny once. So tell us, man, what's going on with you, dude? It's been a while.
Well, the shop's doing great. I decided to take another leap. I had a car owner come to me and said, Jamie, I saw you drive the wheels off a lawnmower. I saw you drive the wheels off a go-kart, and I want you to get in a big race car. And opportunity got thrown in my lap, and I said, let's do it. So I went out in his race car and proved to him that I can actually drive a car.
Cool.
And long story short, that only lasted one race, and I decided to go do it for myself instead of racing for somebody else.
Oh, so you bought your own?
I bought my own race car, built my own motor from the ground up, and
Cool.
I had to learn how to do it, because if I don't know how to do it, then what's the point in me even racing?
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
So I built my own car, built my own engine. I got Barden Precision Engines, which is a buddy of mine, Josh, who actually taught me how to build this motor. And this weekend's gonna be my third race out there. Each week we're getting better and better and better.
And where's
In
this
the
third
class-
race? You say third race. Where is it? So people will know.
We haven't said where
this
it's at yet.
weekend, Friday night we're racing at West Georgia Speedway. That's over in Whitesburg. And then
Name a close
Saturday-
destination so I know where that is.
All right, Saturday night that's Sonoya Speedway. That's just past Griffin.
Okay.
Okay, that's the one
all
that
you
Travis and
gotta
I'll
do-
be at.
Yeah, all you got to do is just go down 16, stay on it. Tracks on the right hand side. From my shop, from 36 in Keys Ferry, it's like 53 miles. So, but it's one road all the way down.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
We,
well, check that out.
Oh man, I got some good guys on my side. Everybody that was with lawnmowers has helped me with race cars. My crew chief, we call him. His nickname's Big Juicy, but we call him Wayne Smith or Big Wayne. He's my eyes in the sky, and we've been having a good time.
And so it's real different racing the cars compared to the lawnmowers, right?
Like my heart beats out of my chest in the car and out of the car. It's like jumping out of an airplane the entire time you're racing this car.
So
Also-
the adrenaline rush is just unreal then.
I can't explain it to anybody. If you got in the car, you would freak out how fast we go.
Wow.
And I'm still adjusting to it. I just got comfortable last weekend and started getting the car completely sideways and driving it like a dirt car. And the more and more laps I get under my belt, the more and more I feel comfortable to try to tap the wall and go faster.
Yeah.
So, but we are definitely looking for local sponsors, just like every other sport I try to. Definitely your logo can go on the side of the race car. You know, we got sponsor spots for $200 all the way up to $1,500.
Wow.
Everything helps out. But this weekend over at Sonoya Raceway or Sonoya Speedway, the limited late model class, which what I race, it's $1,500 to win first place.
And how much
They
is
call it a bonus race, is what it is. So.
And how much is it to get in the race? Like the entry fee?
To get in, for me as a driver or just a fan?
For you as a driver?
As me as a driver, it only costs $25.
Wow, that's not bad.
But I mean, you also got to include the $100 in gas that you got to put in the race car.
Yeah.
The gas it takes to tow the car there in your truck and trailer.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay for your crew to get in. And so you're looking at, you know, an average trip costs, you know, $250, maybe $300.
Yeah.
And we get some money back. Like, I haven't made much yet lately, but since I've started, but it's been a blast. First week I finished 9th out of 16, and then the last week I finished 8th out of 15. So I'm getting better and better as we go.
Well, you can look at it one or two ways. You're getting better, or there's getting less cars.
It's not Crash Up Derby, Steph.
It's
God.
not. It's survival of the fittest. I've learned there's a couple local guys that found out I was racing big cars and that came and helped me set up the car and get me in the right direction. And it's been an awesome experience, and I'm very glad all you guys can watch me as I go and progress. And let's see where I can go for this.
Yeah, we actually know a couple of guys that race down there. We know Billy Jack and Russell Bright and Pete. I can't remember his last name, but he works with my husband Travis, and he's the one that had been wanting us to come down there. But I pulled up the website, and it says grandstand tickets are $12, kids 5 to 12 are $5, 4 and under are free. Pit passes are $25, kids 5 to 12 are $12, and 4 and under are free. But it doesn't say anything about how much it costs to be trackside on the fence.
Well, trackside's $25.
Is it 25? Okay.
Yeah.
So is it 25 a person, 25 for a car?
Yeah. No, it's 25 per person if you're in the pits because of insurance reasons.
Right. Okay.
Because you're right next to the fence. Yes, you can bring a cooler.
Or 4, Stephanie.
Yeah, or 4 coolers, whatever you want to do. It's one of those experiences. Everybody knows Crystal, my wife. You know how she is, and she loves it. She loves the sport. She supports me in everything I do, and it's an awesome experience. You know, if I never tried it, I'd never know. It's just like when I started my business, just like you, DJ Scotty.
Yeah.
Same thing. If you never tried or took that leap, you're never gonna know. And I decided, you know what? Let me try this. I'll be 30 next week, and you know I'm not getting any younger. So let me try this and see what I can do. And it's been a blast so far.
And the good thing is I try to tell people, and God, he's turning a whole whopping 30.
I know, right?
So, you know, when my construction business, because the world was changing, the economy was changing, and thank God I already had the DJ side business stuff I was doing. But if I wouldn't have taken that leap of faith, where would I be? And then would I be sitting here going, man, you know, what if?
Yeah.
Man, if I would have, because now, like, I've been full-time DJ since 2008, and the radio station's fixing to turn 5 now. So it's kind of like, what if? I mean, look where we are, and God knows, man. I mean, and look what you've done. You've now jumped, and look how good you are at it.
Yep. You went from racing lawnmowers, coolers, to now you're racing the big boys.
That's it. I figured, you know, if these, no disrespect to the rednecks I race with, because there's really, really, really good guys out there. But I always say, you know, if they can do it, I can do it.
That's right.
There's no reason why I can't try.
Exactly.
And,
that's exactly right.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm any good yet, but you guys know me. You know me for a long time, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to settle.
That's
I'm
right.
going to make sure I get out there and try my best, and that's all I can do.
Well, you're already good, so there's no place to
Mhm.
go but better, no place to go but up, you know? So, you know, you have every reason to.
Yep.
But you guys want to check me out this weekend. Like I said, we're racing at trying to get as much laps as possible. The more laps I get in the car, the better I feel. And so this Friday night we'll be at West Georgia Speedway, which is towards it's past 16. It's actually quite a ways out, but it's over towards Douglasville area and Whitesburg. But also Sonoya Speedway is our local home track, and so I'm just, like I said, I'm learning from the old guys, trying to put my tricks from being the young gun out there, and just sitting back and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, you're already doing good, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I may or may not make it this Saturday because I've kind of
Yeah.
started making plans since it was my first weekend off. But Stephanie and them I know are coming, so who
Yeah,
knows?
we definitely are coming. So look for the blue van with the just for fun stickers on it,
Well, it'll just be the ugly.
Absolutely.
It'll just be an ugly Astro van.
And
You'll know
the-
it's her.
and the 4 coolers around it.
Yeah, they'll have one cooler that works. The other 3 to sit on. Well, 2 to sit on and 1 to hold the tops. You know, the beer on like a table.
No, we have 1 to sit on, 1 to put the empty beer cans in.
Jesus Christ, Steph! Don't try to explain it to make it make sense. We're
One-
never gonna get it, Steph. We're never gonna get it.
1 to have the cold beer in. The new
Okay.
cooler will have the cold beer.
See, Jamie, we've got this started. You should have never
I
said
know.
cool.
There ain't no point.
That's
Just
right.
like
Yeah.
Dirt. There ain't no point in souping it up.
That's right.
So if you need a cooler, you know, if you do another racing cooler, yeah,
Yeah.
I got 3 that need a new home.
That's
I
right.
need a new home. You guys are crazy. But I definitely miss you guys. Things just like you guys have been wide open here at the shop at Maurice Motorsports off Keys Ferry Road. I've been doing very well, and
Plug.
thankful for what we got each day.
And seriously, no lie, everybody, this guy right here, yes, we're saying he builds lawnmowers and races them, but he repairs them. And I actually have 2 mowers I need to get to you, a riding lawnmower and then the push mower.
But don't you go a step further, and don't you actually also work on like dirt bikes and
Yeah,
4-wheelers and
absolutely.
stuff?
Yeah, we do. I don't want to say all small engines because people will bring weed eaters to me, and I tell them just to throw them in the trash can.
Yeah.
And that's just how honest I am. I'm not going to let you waste money on something that's junk.
Right.
And that's what's made our business so successful so far, is because we're just honest guys, just trying to help people out and not get ripped off.
That's right.
And but yeah, dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, kids go-karts. We actually have a kids go-kart track or an adult track behind our shop that we play on.
God,
Ooh.
Stephanie, no.
I did not
no,
know
Stephanie.
that.
That means you've not been going through his pictures. You've not been stalking him as much as you thought you were.
Yeah, 'cause-
No, you're not going down there to race on his track.
Well, I
Yeah,
couldn't
we,
bring my 4-wheeler down there though, could I? I just bought a brand new. It was a 2005 Polaris Sportsman 700.
2005, that's 10 years ago. That's nowhere near brand new, Stephanie.
Yeah, but it only had
Stephanie, it's nowhere near brand new.
it only had like
I don't care.
it had less
I
than
don't
1,000
care.
hours
The
on it.
gaskets on it are still 10 years old.
No, they're not. They've been replaced.
Oh my God.
We
The
just had to
seat,
replace the
Stephanie.
belt.
Who cares? Who cares, Stephanie? Keep going with the story. Brand new, my ace.
It's brand new to me. I'm the 3rd owner.
Third owner.
The third.
Brand new.
Yes, it's brand new to me.
Oh
It's
my
been it's been
God.
in the family. My uncle bought it brand new.
Everything
Dude,
you keep in the
I-
family, Stephanie.
I have the title on the 4-wheeler. Is there many
Oh,
people
it's
that
not stolen.
Nope, it's not
Oh,
stolen.
my
It's mine
God.
free and clear.
Just damn.
I told you we were going redneck.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. I know you're wasting just valuable moments of your life that you'll never
you're
get
fine.
back. Plug your shop one more time.
Maurice Motorsports, 1825 Keys Ferry Road. About 10 minutes from Conyers, Covington, and Henry County. If you guys need us, just give us a call. 404-455-0346.
Cool, man.
Cool.
All right, man. We appreciate you. And Steph will be taking tons of
Thanks, guys.
pictures,
Give
I
me
hope.
a shout, Stephanie, when you guys get there.
Okay, I will.
See
All
you
right.
later.
All right. Later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
The coolers sink.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just curious if you're in a massive earthquake and floods come and you grab all these 4 coolers, not only are you going to have it to drink, but will it save your life too?
Now, I'm pretty sure if they're filled, they would sink.
I'm just saying. I'm waiting to see
But-
where you and your husband go with this one.
Now, I know a styrofoam cooler because, duh, it's styrofoam. I know it
Oh, my
floats.
God. I don't know that it would save your life, though, Steph.
No, I don't think it would save your life. I don't know. I mean, I guess if
The
you like
fact that we're
turned
even
it
having
over
this conversation is pretty sad.
and I don't know if you maybe turned
She's
it
actually
over
trying to figure it out.
and then let the air
If
pocket
you left
get
the
in there.
air in it, Scott, and you wrapped enough duct tape around the lid, it would hold air. And then if you put all four of them together and you put that plastic fold-up table on top of it, you would have a Huck Finn raft. I can just hear it now.
You want to? Hey, before we throw them away, we need to make a raft out of them
Okay,
and see if we can
let's
float it.
let's
on
do
the-
it. Let's do it. Let's see if we can take Gorilla Tape because duct
Uh-huh.
tape's cheap.
Travis
let's
says
take-
yes, they will.
Let's
float.
take some Gorilla Tape, tape all the lids shut, flip them upside down,
Put some.
Gorilla Tape a piece of plywood, all four of them upside down,
Uh-huh.
Gorilla Tape the plywood to it, and put it in the water and see if it floats on my pond.
Okay.
And we video the whole thing.
Okay.
Redneck documentaries. We're gonna make another page on Facebook. The Chronicles of Redneck.
Redneck in 101.
If you take enough empty beer cans and reseal the lid up and you wear it around your neck like garlic to a vampire, it will act as a life preserver.
Oh my God.
But you got to drink the beer first because you don't want to waste the beer just to save your life.
I was talking to my uncle because it was his 50th birthday over the weekend. And
Somebody just typed, there's no help for her.
no, there's no help for me.
I'm coming to watch that.
Come, we'll
Little
make an
Richard,
event of it.
The Redneck Pontoon.
That's what I was thinking, redneck pontoon. But I was telling my uncle.
If I lived out in like where I had 100 acres and a pond and
Oh
I
my
didn't
gosh.
and I didn't have to worry about it, what it looked like to the neighbors, I would tell everybody, like everybody donate their old coolers and let's make the biggest redneck pontoon ever. Just for fun.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing. Hey, once you get that little pontoon boat floating with the plywood and the cooler,
Yeah.
what you need to do is pull out the weed eater.
Oh yeah, and go weed eat my lake again.
I cannot believe that when I saw that video.
Well, I just said to my wife last night, I got to get out there with the hedge trimmers and trim because some of the little stems are sticking up out of the water and it's making a lot of stuff get trapped on top of the water like pine straw and stuff like that. So
You could always gorilla tape some coolers to a lawnmower tires and just push it across the lake.
yeah, there's no telling at this point. My neighbors will be freaking the halo out with all the. If you know what, it'd be like letting Steph and them move in. They'd be like, "Oh crap, there goes the neighborhood."
Nah.
Yeah, pretty much she lives there anyway, don't she?
Well, she's here a lot.
I got you. Well,
I could just see the old guy next door. Come here, Lucille. She's outside again. You're never gonna believe what she's doing now. That girl is pulling 4 coolers and they're linked together like a train.
And cutting the grass.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, you
Jeff
always
just
use
goes,
the whole.
Jeff just breathed. Jeff just took a sigh.
You could always use the 3 broken coolers to hold up the deck and use the grill for grilling out.
Yeah, Steph. Listen, if you use these coolers, if they're all square and rectangle, you could build
an igloo.
You can build the Fortress of Solitude like Legos in your backyard. I got a privacy fence out of igloo coolers.
And no, that grill.
It'll stop a bullet at 35. I know because I was driving by on my 4-wheeler. It's new to me because I just bought it. And I was shooting the cooler at 35 miles an hour and it stopped the bullet. Not because there was a beer behind it, but the cooler itself stopped the bullet. I think it was the duct tape.
Y'all have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, Scotty.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Gee, thanks, Jeff.
There you go. He had to go. He's in New Jersey.
Oh, is he still in New Jersey?
Yeah, they don't keep coolers up there. It must be a redneck thing.
Must be.
Must be.
But so I had pulled up this Are we going to?
Well, we might as
10:30 or-
well.
Okay.
We've wasted most of the show with me arguing with somebody.
Yeah, we did. So, had found this article about a new trend. Well, it's been out for a couple of months,
Somebody says we can use this one, and they send us a picture of a cooler.
but it's a new trend that's going around. It's called frexting.
What?
Frexting.
Spell that.
Frexting. Frexting.
Frexting.
Like sexting.
What? What does it involve? Freckles? Frexting?
It's when friends exchange.
Is that with Frankenstein sending nudies?
It's when friends exchange sexy photos with each other.
Friends
Friends.
exchange sexy photos. Isn't that still considered sexting?
That's what I would think. But they say that that it's mostly females that are doing
Philip
it.
Snow don't need to send me pictures of him in a thong. We don't need
He
to.
don't use a thong.
We don't need to be frexting, Philip Snow.
But
Tubby better not send me no text, frexting of him in a thong either.
Joe
Because I
doesn't-
promise I won't send you one.
And Joe doesn't need to send you one. He shows himself to you enough.
Joe would be like, "Did you see my new watch?" And then there's a weird picture. Of course, it's not Joe. It's something off of an internet site or something. But yeah.
No, not that
Golly.
Joe. The other Joe.
Oh, your husband, Joe the camel moto?
Yes.
Yeah, no. No frexting. Why would somebody this just goes to prove it's kind of like I make jokes about rednecks and so does Little Richard say rednecks add syllables to words to make them sound smarter. So somebody's just decided, ooh, I'm gonna come up with a new word. We're gonna call it frexting. And it's still sexting. It's still the same thing.
Yeah. But what they do is they take sexy photos of themselves and they send, and it's mostly women doing it with other women, and they send the pictures to their girlfriends to see if it's sexy enough to send to a guy.
Okay. But why did they even need to put a label on that? Stupid. So listen, Little Richard says, how does Stephanie know Philip doesn't wear underwear or doesn't wear a thong?
There was a picture.
So how do you know this?
There was a picture.
God. Somebody please take away my own paintbrush because I don't need to keep envisioning these things.
Yeah, right.
I would say gouge my eyes out, but the image is in my head. It's not in my eyes. Good Lord.
Whew.
What a day today has been. Is this not Freaky Friday? Because good Lord.
It feels like it. That's
feels
for
like
sure.
it.
Because you were on the phone with him for what, like 45 minutes?
I don't know. That was
It was a long time.
that was a horrible 45 minutes. And again, it's just somebody took. It's in a lot of errors. He took what we were doing wrong, and then he kind of worded something wrong when he worded it, and everybody else took it. I mean, there's like 15 people that took what he said exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
True that.
True that. True that.
Yep.
True that. What?
I'm just now coming off of my high from that whole conversation. That's pretty wild.
Little Richard sends a message about my blood pressure got up. How do you think mine felt?
I mean, his face was literally red.
I was trying so hard not to cuss. He making a comment that I called him a reject. Let me tell you, that's not the word that wanted to come out of my mouth, but I was trying my best to keep it as PC as I could.
Well, I believe the D word came out of your mouth once, and let's see, a-hole came out of him, and some bitch came out.
I heard. Yeah, I heard. Somebody typed a message and said, how many times did I call him the deek word? But hey,
Most of it
that word was,
asking him not to be one.
well, that word was a whole lot better than the word that wanted to come out of my mouth. Y'all, let me tell you something. We are all very lucky that I did not F-bomb.
Yes, we are.
Because I almost was like, are you fire trucking crazy? Have you lost your fire trucking mind? And yeah, I almost went there. And I kept it under control.
You did good. I think your restraint was well.
Well, I mean, again, he took what we said wrong in the original because he didn't know the past. So let's just clarify because we ended on a good note. He just took what we were doing incorrect because he didn't know the past of it. And then what he chimed in and said, even though he didn't feel that he typed it wrong. Every single person that read what he said took exactly what he said the same.
And even
not one of us took it wrong. All of us took it the same.
well, even people that did not see what he had wrote but was sitting there listening to him,
yes,
took it a different way.
Well, apparently when I was trying to correct it when he called because I'd already sent him a private message. This is what people don't know. I went on the first post and said, you should call me. And I left my number. He didn't respond. 15 or so minutes go by. I sent him a private message and said, here's my phone number. I'd like to chat. He didn't respond. An hour goes by. He starts to respond. So then, but only through Facebook on messaging. On the comment post. That's when I said, what are you, a coward? You can't call me? So then at the time I said, no, I don't want to call him a coward. I was erasing it. And that was enough to make him call.
Yeah.
So he was pissed when he called me. So, I shouldn't have called him a coward. But at the time, what people don't realize is I'd already sent him 3 different times my phone number saying, I sure would like to get your point.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I read everything very openly because I receive texts from friends and whatnot, and sometimes you can misconstrue the meaning of what somebody says.
Yes.
So I always try to read it 4 different ways before I make a judgment on it.
Just because you sat on your head and tried to read it upside down in a toilet does not mean that it was going to read any different, Little Richard.
Well,
the problem
is
while
I was on the toilet.
But
so
when
I'm
you're
not gonna,
upside down, but when you're upside down on the toilet, your eyes are underwater. You can't read. And if the water's cloudy,
or it's blue.
Stephanie just got this look on her face.
I promise it's not blue.
Oh my God.
Is that why your forehead's blue?
Well, is it yellow or is it brown? Because that might be another problem. If you tried to get yellow eyes to look like mine, something ain't right.
I hear you.
All right, go back to what you're saying. We're making fun of you.
But it's cool. I looked at it, and the first couple of times I read it, it did sound derogative, very derogatory, excuse me, of the way that, I guess, proper placement of where it was probably where I saw the first mistake. And then after reading it a couple more times, I kind of looked at it in a more objective way and seen all he was trying to point out and what he was trying to say, I guess, at the beginning of, he was just trying to point out that don't use the numbers as statistics. Because truthfully, I guess where he's coming from, it ain't statistics. It's not about statistics.
Yeah, but who any of us ever say these are statistics? I don't remember ever typing the word statistic.
No. And I agree. But that's why I said placement. He put that in there hoping that you would see that it's not supposed to be used as statistics. And, be it that the numbers are wrong anyway.
Well, okay, let's look at it this way too. We know the numbers are wrong because it wasn't done in a 72-hour time span. If it would have been left for 72 hours, then you would have got real, true, accurate numbers instead of controlled numbers.
Absolutely.
Secondly, what they sent, they are the ones that gave us the percentages, the 59% below 35, the 40% above 35, and the 1% above 50. So truly, we still don't accurately have numbers.
Right. Well,
we're going by averages. You know what averages are? Rounding numbers to the closest number.
That's simple math. Yeah,
I can go ahead and tell you 1 out of 5 people laughed at my show this morning. The other percentage of 1 out of 5 turned the radio station off, and the other 1 out of 5 wanted to climb through the telephone and pimp slap somebody.
That's right. And I was pretty close to that last percent. But anyway, you don't put Rockdale County as a whole into and that's where he was coming from. He was putting the statistics of child deaths in the county.
Right.
Comparing them to your numbers.
And we're only talking one street.
Exactly. And the chance of something happening on your street. And that's where I looked at it at the more objective point and realized he placed that in an area, on that Facebook post where it didn't belong. And that's all it boiled down to. He shouldn't have thrown statistics into a chance post.
Yeah, and I wasn't caring what statistics are. Statistics are I'll die of a heart attack one day. Statistics are Stephanie might wake up and not be a redneck one day. Yeah. Statistics are she might die in a plane crash if she ever gets on a plane.
Yeah, there's a point of a statistic says I could drown in a toilet today. But, I know that statistic is very low.
Right. That's what I was getting at. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. Well, nobody even said the statistic. I wasn't going to statistics. I mean, I'm all about simple facts. If a truck is running 55 and a kid stepped off the curb, could the truck stop an adequate amount of time? No. And because the state has already determined all this, and the county, that's why it's a 35. Friggin' duh.
Yeah. Well, what you need to do is you need to offer him a chance to wear Scotty goggles.
Well, I told him come sit in the driveway. Come sit in the driveway with me. I'll let you come sit and watch firsthand.
Yeah, he will see what you see.
That's right. Come sit and watch firsthand. It just blows my mind. And again, we ended the conversation on a very good note. I'm not raising Cain right now. I'm actually poking a little bit of humor to it because it's simple. It's just simple math. Again, this gentleman just didn't know. He didn't know this has been happening in his own county. He just did not know. And knowledge is the key. And again, we started off negative. We started it off negative. And you know what? If you fight negative with negative, you're only going to get negative. I am 100% realizing that I fed right into the negative. I did. So, there you go.
I understand. Well, can I change the subject for a half second?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, done.
I sent.
Hey, you're done. You said half a second. You're done. Go ahead.
I sent Steph a picture of a gentleman that passed away. And of course, this actor, he's Christopher Lee, passed away. I don't know if people recognize him on Lord of the Rings. He played Saruman the White Wizard. So,
but I know him best from Star Wars.
Yeah, I know him also really well from Dracula.
Yeah, I was going to say he was the vampire. Dracula. That's right. Yeah. He's done a lot of crazy movies.
Lots of stuff.
Yes. He was the very first bad guy in the very first Star Wars series, meaning episode 1, not.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant movies. Okay.
Yes, it is a movie, Steph. Episode 1 is a movie. Did you just catch that? Did you catch it?
I thought you meant episode 1 of the series.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Steph.
I don't watch Star Trek. I'm sorry.
Nobody's talking about Star Trek.
I mean,
Earth to Stephanie from a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Don't open your mouth. So he was, for me to remember him best, he was in the Star Wars series.
Series 1. Yes.
Episode 1.
Yes.
The movie.
Yes. I it's clicking now. I was reading something and no.
I'm gonna give you an adjustment.
No.
You need an adjustment.
No.
You need an adjustment. Your brain's not processing. We need to get it back.
No, but because he was the one that got the Emperor involved.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm hung up.
My favorite quote from Scott Spence, and it needs to be said out loud. He needs to kick you in the uterus.
Yes.
No.
Kicking her in the uterus would be like just kicking a normal man in the shins.
Exactly.
Steph just
sorry, I'm
kick you in your uterus.
I'm still getting feedback from
what?
From the conversation with the guy. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
And then
oh my God, what a morning.
I'm gonna let you guys back to it. So y'all
all right, man. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. And again, I'm gonna apologize to everybody. I lost my cool. I mean, I did, but I didn't cuss. I didn't really lose my cool. I snapped, but I didn't quite go postal.
Not yet.
Not yet. Why?
Not yet.
Why you got something you need to tell me?
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
so,
okay. I meant
yeah.
I didn't know if you had something you got to tell me where I'm going to snap. You just said, I'll tell you off air.
Oh, no, I was looking through TMZ, and I'm sorry.
That's his plastic surgeon, by the way.
Yes. And
he went under 10 hours of reconstructive surgery on his face. We are talking about Bruce C. Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Hell, I can't remember her name.
But look at him, or the... Can
I get a word out of you? What are you trying to say?
Look at the
You got on your
smile.
Yoda shirt, and you actually are doing some Yoda stuff right now.
Yeah, I'll have to show you my Yodify. But
I'm gonna keep that
she's
picture up.
happy.
Keep your picture. I agree with the happy. I got to think of this woman's name.
Well,
Oh my God.
she actually looks very, very happy. You know, I'm glad to see that things are working out for her. You know,
There's a lady who is a total biatch. She's actually accusing the Jello pudding pop guy.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Oh, Janice Dickerson.
Okay, so watch.
No, he does not. Or she
Hold
does-
on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
We got a buzz all of a sudden.
I know. I hear that. But you know, people. I had made this remark. I think I did it on Facebook. People were talking about they feel that this is a publicity stunt. I honestly don't think that it's a publicity stunt that Caitlyn is doing. But I do believe there are people out there exploiting it. But
There's
I think
another lady's face I'm thinking about that's not this girl.
Angie Dickinson.
No.
No, not Angie Dickinson.
No,
Oh,
she's
gosh.
a biatch. I'll figure it out though.
Is it the one that
I
played
think
in?
she's a lawyer. I think she's a black-haired lawyer.
It's not the one that. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. But it's not the one who was the lawyer for Nicole Brown Simpson's family.
That's
is it?
where I'm going for. Looking for a famous woman, and she's like ruthless. Like she only handles some of these really crazy cases.
Gosh, I can't look up Nicole Brown Simpson. There she is.
That's her right there.
Yep, that's her. I can't think.
What
of
is her
though.
name?
Click on it, see if it'll say her name. No.
We're gonna visit the page. This woman right here is who
Allred.
Brucey Jenner reminds me of.
I don't see it. Cause that
You don't see
woman's-
it because the page is blank, dum dum.
No, that ain't the only reason why I don't see
The
it.
internet's not opened yet. There's a blank page. It's solid white. Nothing on it. I mean, it's like a polar bear drinking an ice, whatever. And it's totally blank. She's like, I don't see it. Well, of course you don't see it. The page is blank. God, Steph, I don't see it. Of course you don't.
Something Allred, I think, is her last name. I think her last name is Allred. But no, I don't see the resemblance.
I'm telling you, when I find the right picture, you will get it.
Well, there she is right there in the peach. Because apparently that webpage is not available. See it?
Is that her?
Yes. Gloria Allred. I think that's her name.
That is so funny. I don't get it. I don't see it. Okay. I'm glad you don't see it. I don't see your name. Oh, is that it?
Yes. Yes.
I'm telling you.
Dang, she's 74 years old.
That'd be 75 young. That's a lie. I just say that to make people feel better. I feel like I'm a liar all of a sudden.
Liar,
It's just a lie. I just say that to make people feel better.
Yeah, I still don't.
I'm telling you, there's just been a few pictures that I've seen of her, and it made me, just picture Bruce's face. I don't know, like that one or something. I don't know. There's articles or something I've seen. I don't know. Let's just get on to more important things than him.
Well, I was just bringing it up because I went by that page and she.
So
looks very
yesterday
happy.
they were showing him walking down the road, and his new ET reality show people were, following her, him, shim,
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
No, that's Janice Dickinson.
I know. I
Oh.
just said, yeah, look.
Oh, okay.
And her boob job looks horrible. Look at the bags. You see in her chest?
Oh yeah, she
That's
looks
weird,
horrible. And to
dude.
think she was the first
Supermodel?
supermodel, I don't see it. But I mean, I
So we're at
guess it was back in
1017.
the
We
day.
need somebody to come in tomorrow. Anybody would like to come in and be a guest tomorrow?
Yeah, because we haven't had any.
You got to be
guests
able to
this week.
talk. You got to be able to talk and not yell about speeding on my road. But yeah, we need a guest. And I don't mean anybody that just wants to come sit in. You could if you wanted to. But if you want to just come sit in on the show tomorrow, come on.
Yeah.
That's
we
an
haven't had
open
any-
invitation. But I'm telling you, you got to be part of the conversation. I don't want you just sitting here. I mean, if you just want to come sit in a chair, I got 2 recliners you can sit in and watch the whole show. But that means you'll just be spectating.
Yep. That means there'll be no comments from the peanut gallery.
Now
But we might throw peanuts
Now,
at
if we
you.
have to build a redneck pontoon, we'll have to have a lot of spectators. We'll have to have 4 or 5 rolls of duct tape, 4 or 5 camera people. Then we'll have to have people that hold the beer because we're apparently taking the beer out of the coolers. So we'll need a beer holder. Beer assistant! I don't even drink like that anymore. So it's really funny I'm saying that and I don't even drink.
So we're gonna build it and then see not only if it floats, but will it hold weight?
Yeah, Denise says, I want to come sit in, but I have kids. Yes, and you're not drowning your kids in my backyard. The bodies would eventually be found. That'd be bodies hit the water.
I know, but you just made me think of that song.
Anything else we got going on?
Well, next I was telling the intern, next Friday we have a guest that will be coming in. He's just graduated high school and he tried out for American Idol back. I don't remember exactly when, but he spent a couple of days over in Nashville.
Who are you talking about?
Justin Huff. I was trying to pull up the message from Rich Archer because Rich Archer is the one that sent it. But he is going to be playing tonight at Georgia Grill and Cafe starting around 8-ish. I have no idea where that is. I've never even heard of it actually. But it's called Georgia Grill and Cafe. But he'll be here in the studio next Friday to perform live.
Awesome. I'm glad y'all
So-
setting a lot of this stuff up because I've been just so super busy.
And so,
Like as soon as the show's over, I got 2 places I got to go.
yeah. So for any of the listeners out there, if you want to go on and check out his stuff, you can go check him out tonight at Georgia Grill and Cafe. You can go to Facebook and do a search for Justin Huff and go ahead and like him and tell him you'll be checking him out on Facebook. I mean, live on Just for Fun Radio.
Yeah, Steph hit that right.
Yeah, I
That
did,
was so
didn't I?
good.
Because I've got like 2 things going on, but
Yeah, I'd hate
Yeah.
to know you had 10 things going on. You'd really be confused.
just a little bit. But yeah, that's as far as anybody coming in tomorrow, get in contact with us.
And listen, tonight, if all goes well, we'll have Hinder on the phone on the
Mhm.
Rough Edge tonight. Now, I don't know if Joey's going to be here. I'm actually looking for a second co-host, somebody that can run the show when Joey can't be here. In other words, it'll be 2 people running the show, not one. And then that way, when Joey can't make it, somebody's still here. So I'm
Yes.
looking to try to keep it. And remember, the Rough Edge is supposed to be about rock music. We're trying to get the show off the ground to talk about, today's things. But I do want it to be about, rock music being played, Southern rock, how it's changed over the years, where hair bands came from, who originally became the first hair band, which is quite right, by the way. So, all that sort of stuff. But yes, Hinder, the band Hinder, is supposed to be on the phone with us tonight. And again, if all goes well, they'll be on the phone. And also, I got to get with Joey to make sure he's going to be here. If not, I'll have to come down and try to run it. But we just need to get that kind of figured out. Anything else?
Yes. No, that's about it. And it'd be pretty cool to talk to Hinder and do an interview with Hinder because
I talk to you every day and you hinder the hell out of me.
Well, that's not talking about how you hinder me, but no, Hinder.
How
they
do I
the-
hinder you? I have to help you get in the bus because you're too short.
Yeah, that reminds me of real quick because I know we got to go
Squirrel.
off air. Well, you brought it up, so I just have to run with it real quick.
You run?
Yeah, and see, there you go with the T-Rex arms because that's where I'm going with this.
Oh, God.
Because I recently, it was for my anniversary last year.
So that's
Yeah.
not recently,
No,
Stephanie.
that was
That's kind of
November.
like it's my new 4-wheeler. You were so lost. Recently.
But back in November, I got a brand new washer
my
and dryer
God.
for my anniversary, right? And it's one of those that doesn't have the agitator in the middle. It's just the drum. So I'm sitting there.
All I'm hearing is a dumb agitator. Go ahead.
Travis never believed me that I cannot reach the bottom of the drum. And so I had to show him, and I had to
He's already
stand
got you a stepping stool
sideways.
just so you can touch the top of the washer. Sorry, keep going.
I do have a step stool that
I know. That's why I'm joking. Keep going.
And so I'm sitting there, and I'm on my tippy toes, and I'm reaching and reaching and reaching, and I cannot reach the bottom of this washing machine. That's how deep the sucker is. And so now he says he's going to get me one of those grabbers, you know, like the old people use.
Oh my God.
to grab stuff.
At this point, please just stop talking. At this point, please just stop.
But that's
Just
what
stop.
he. But yeah, that's what he said. That because of my
I can't have
T-Rex
people laugh at
arms-
you anymore.
He said because of my T-Rex arms, he's gonna get me one of those grabbers.
She weebles and she wobbles, but she don't fall down. And then,
Lady O.
and then this is from Joe. I walk up at, I can't reach the bottom, haha. So he walks up and all he hears is, and I can't reach the bottom. She was trying to find her cell phone in the porta-john.
Yeah. But you
God.
missed it when you ran into the bathroom after you were
And
chasing
I gotta go
me.
pee now.
Lady O looked at me and said, "Man, I didn't know you could move that fast."
A
when I
lot of
was
people,
running from
a lot of
you.
people think that.
No,
I told you I got to zap you before the show's out.
no, you're gonna beat me. No. You've already got me once. Stop.
Man, you messing up the paint on my wall.
Then quit chasing me with the zapper. Oh. See what I have to put up with? Jeez.
The battery almost was dead. The battery was going out because I just held the button so long.
The abuse. I swear.
I never
the
got you,
abuse.
but the show is not over yet. We still got seconds.
Nuh-uh.
The battery's going dead. Listen. Ooh,
That still doesn't mean you're gonna get me with it.
I smell burning skin.
It ain't mine.
Okay, we got to go. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry
Yes.
for everything, but at least it's ending good.
Yeah. You got to hear Scotty spaz out.
Hey, we still ain't done. I still got Zach.
No.
Everybody have a good day. We will see y'all later. Little Richard types cardio in the morning because we're running.
Yeah.
I just blew snot. I laughed so hard. Your husband types, I got the design for the redneck pontoon right here.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and he probably does.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a good day. We will see y'all on the flip side. We've got to get out of here. Oh my God. I gotta pee. I gotta get something to eat. This getting all stressed out this morning. Got my sugar ratio all messed up. So everybody have a great day. It's just for fun. Whew. We'll see y'all on the flip side. Hey, and do me the favor, everybody, if you are listening, please share the heck out of that video. I need it to go viral. We need everybody. We need all the powers that be that's in charge of anything in this county. We need them to feel the wrath of having to do their job and do it correctly. I'm sorry if everybody thinks that's so wrong, but you know what? It needs to be dealt with and it needs to be handled. And, you know, it's their job. We just want people to be held accountable for what they're hired to do. You know what I mean? That's their job. We need them to do it. So that's all. All right. I'm trying to find the video from Fox 5 itself so we can try to share the actual video. So everybody have a great day. We will see y'all on the flip side. Steph,
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
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 All right, I'm cutting the video off. Everybody, see
Don't
y'all
bat
later
me.
on. As you can see, we're up on the big screen. We will see y'all later. Everybody have a good day.